Now we're on camera. Thank you
No.
all. Sorry about that.
Wowza, wowza, wowza.
I know. Ugh. So, welcome to the Friday night feast on Friday the 13th. Little lightning strikes, right?
Hey, yo. Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. Only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats Steak, aka the Warden. Together we host what you're watching right now, the Friday Night Feast. This happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show y'all how to do it. Then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. We love it when y'all tune in.
Yes.
Y'all are amazing.
Definitely.
We got a lot going on tonight.
I know. There we
A
go.
bug or what?
Yeah, those little stupid gnats. So sorry about that. We got preoccupied getting everything set up, and I forgot the most basic thing, which was checking the Wi-Fi connection.
Because ours is weird. It keeps switching back and forth between a 2G and a 5G. And it won't, even though we say stay connected, it still bounces back and forth.
Yeah, even though I put the two is the one that's the closest here, and so his phone was on the correct one, but the laptop, even though the 2 is the priority, connect automatically, for some reason it likes to switch to the 5 on occasion, so I have to switch it back, and I just totally forgot.
We do it on both laptops. We're constantly fighting with it. I think sometimes 2 in her office. Or you hardwired?
No, the office I try to do the 5 so it doesn't bog down the 2. But anyhow, technical.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thanks for your patience and for being here.
Yes.
So tonight we're going to try Pizza Crepes.
Yes. Y'all saw a couple of weeks ago where
It was a week ago. Oh, okay. No, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gifted a crepe maker, and nobody claimed who it was. There was no cards with it or anything like that. We found out the day before I met my mother for lunch that it was her that sent it to me as a birthday present. So thank you again, Mom. I don't know if she's tuned in right now, but
so we've been practicing with it. If you watched his MS Journey last week, you got to see us playing around.
Yeah.
I think we've got last night's was very successful. So I think I've got it, y'all. Let's say hello to a few people first.
Hello to a few people.
And then we'll get started. How has everybody's Friday the 13th been so far?
Groovy.
Mama Bear Lynette was here
neighbor.
early, and she said, looking forward to it tonight, but my son is with me, and he's going to bed these days at 7:30, so I have to hop off, put him to bed, and then come join you for just a little while longer. Well, nice. That's fine.
That's priorities, awesome. I understand.
And Kathleen is here. She goes, hello, everyone. Looking forward to the live tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are, too. And then, we didn't turn out the notifications on your phone.
Oh, but I thought they would not go off because I put it on airplane mode.
But I have to connect to the Wi-Fi for this.
Oh.
And then L Strange said, I was ready to clock out at 4, and then an email came in with a big job.
Aww.
Why do clients wait until the end of the day to send a day's worth of work to me?
Especially on a Friday.
I know, and on a Friday? Wrong.
Rude.
And then I see Carrie's here. Hey Carrie. He said, even though I really couldn't afford it, I did get the fatty cut of a pig, the shoulder butt, which is the shoulder cut of the pig, a little over 7 pounds, and it has the bone. We'll cut up soon. Oh, that's awesome. Hey. And he said 622 days of no coffee or caffeine.
Awesome.
And he said, I also got 60 eggs at Kroger as well as the pork butt. The Kroger eggs were on sale again. Oh, that's good.
Oh, maybe go ahead and get some if they're on sale.
And I saw the pork roast is also on sale at Kroger for 97 cents a pound. If you do it has to be the app. You have to be a Kroger app user. But that was on sale, and their bag of avocados are only $1.99 for 5. So I'm getting that tomorrow as well.
We'll get that pork also. We'll eat it.
Oh, that's nice. Carrie said, I did work today at the church job. They gave me a raise, which I'll get the next check in November. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Every little bit helps. And Judy's here. Welcome back, Judy. She said, hello, everyone. And just Jason Keto and more. Hey Jason.
Brother. Just in time.
Hi, everyone. And Kathleen said, hi, everybody.
Howdy,
Almost
howdy.
time. And 22 Key Cat said, hi, Shelly Heath and the whole crazy, fabulous horde on this Friday the 13th. Woo!
Right.
Let's get spooky. Yeah, do y'all see the spookiness here? So I have, there's my cauldron. You probably can't see. There's like little smoke coming out of it. And then at the top, oh, it's not showing it. It's cutting it off. I have a Halloween tree up there. Maybe later we'll show it. Sherry said, hey, y'all, finally home early enough to catch it at the start. Hey, Sherry, welcome back. Awesome. And Patty Duran, hey, Patty.
Howdy.
Good evening, everyone. Hey. And just Jason said, hope everyone has had a good week. Oh, definitely. You too. And Caden's here. Hey, Caden said, hello, everyone. Hello, Shelly and Heath.
Howdy.
And Miriam's here. Hey, Miriam, long time no see.
Right, I hope y'all are doing good.
And she goes, hi, friends, long time no see, right? I was thinking about you the other day. I was like, what's up with her? And Lynette said, good evening, everyone.
Howdy.
Hey, Lynette. And she goes, I will get to watch the first 45 minutes to 60, and then I'll have to return after I put them to bed.
Aww.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Let me get started real quick on the crepe. So I found these.
Don't you need the kefir cheese?
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not the cheese. It's the milk.
Oh, okay, because last time you did the cheese, that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, that one didn't work.
Okay.
So I got these from Pampered Chef. I don't know. Tell me below. Comment if you like Pampered Chef. I mean, I like their stuff, but it's just pricey. Like I saw a few things because, again, Heath's mom had a party recently, and I was looking at the stuff, and it was like, I mean, I know it's good quality, but it's like double the price. Like there was this
They're proud of it.
There was this cute whisk I thought about that is $18 versus the one on Amazon was like $8. And so I was like, oh, I just don't know. But I did get these a long time ago from Pampered Chef. I do like it. Like they have some stuff that's really neat because what I like, there's silicone measuring cups. So inside it says the measuring, it's got a spout and then lids. And then what I like is because you could squeeze it when you pour, you really direct it. So
the design's really neat.
Yeah, the design is cool. So for our two, he's just moving a trash can. We're going to start, this is going to make 2 crepes. We're going to start with 3 eggs rather.
I stink it.
Yeah, I know. Trash can is full.
And this is done too, right?
Yeah. There you go. All right. And then the next thing I'm going to add to it is I want to do, now you can use heavy cream or cream, but since I've got the kefir milk up the wazoo, y'all, like I've got so much. We're now a kefir factory. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of the kefir milk. Put that over there. And then avocado oil. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the avocado oil. And it's okay if they're heaping. Which, you know, it's hard to heap liquid, but you just pour a little over. You're generous. Like if you were a bartender, you just keep it going, right?
The angel share.
Right. And then we're just going to use our fancy little container for Redmond's organic real salt.
Seasoned salt.
Yeah, the seasoned salt. I'm going to do like a tablespoon.
We had the giant one, but we got was a little bit left in it. It's just easier to put it in a smaller container.
Okay. And put this And I like to go ahead and do this first because we are, I don't know, where do you want to put it?
On that towel.
Oh, okay.
Because this is fixing to go in the oven.
Because and the eggs have been sitting out for about an hour, and I just let this kind of sit and marry until we're ready to make the crepes. So just whisk this really well. And then we'll read some more comments here in a second. And then, what do you got there, babe?
These?
Yeah.
These are our Halloween shapes. I don't know what this whole thing is. I think
that's a witch.
Sure, I'll believe you.
Look, like this, see?
Oh, okay.
There's her head and all that.
Sure. I hope y'all can see that. It helps if I can focus on the camera. And then they're all little individual shapes. And then this one is ghosts. It's a giant ghost with a bunch of little ghosts inside. And this is little skulls. And then bats.
And what are we doing?
We're going to make some, we're going to melt some mozzarella in these and get these little designs.
Yeah. All right. There's our crepe stuff. And he's going to then get the mozzarella there.
So slide this out the way.
Got a lot going on right here.
And she says she's got a little science to this. She does. I didn't quite follow.
What am I slicing for those or
Yes.
slicing for the pizza crepes?
For these, because these got to go in first.
Okay. Well, I need a knife then.
Oh, okay. You said you were going to use that thingamajig.
No, that's for the crepes.
Oh, my bad.
So
For this guy?
Sure.
Or this one?
Yeah, that one's a little better. A knife. Y'all get a little okay, that's where everybody's saying, oh, technical difficulties. I see air fried auntie. Hey, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
She goes, hiya, Shelly and Heath. Hi, everyone.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
All right. So I'm just trying to cut these as deep as those are.
First thing you got to do, though, is carve me off a little piece to chew on. Or do I need to take my own knife over here and do it?
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see how we do these. And then, let's see.
I think the first time we saw this, they used shredded, but we don't have any.
I think they actually use like little balls or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. It's kind of.
So hopefully these little plugs will just melt down into this shape.
Right? All right. Let's see if we. Oh, there we go. And
well,
then
here, you know what you ought to do, though?
Huh.
Go ahead and lay this one on top and cut the other one the same size. Use
Yeah.
it as a pattern.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I'll eat these.
No, because look, I got to fill in the side. I want to make sure there's plenty in here.
All
See?
right. Little Miss Perfection.
I mean.
And they can't even see what you're doing. Let me get this bag out of their way.
There we go. See? And then we'll fill that in. And we're just going to do a couple on each one because we're obviously not going to eat 10 of these.
Speak for yourself. I'll eat them. I love cheese. Now, I might not eat them tonight, but they will keep.
All right. Let's see.
Let's just halfway do it, I guess.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. That looks good. All right. So what has everyone got planned for the weekend?
I'll be working.
Right? All right. And then let's see. I want to try this little witch over here.
Sorry, bats. Not all your friends are coming with you today.
You talking to the bats now?
Yes. Well, they listen to me.
What?
Exactly.
All right. We're going to see. Has anybody else done this? I know Renee has. Are you all right over there?
No, not enough cheese.
I know Renee did this, and hers turned out amazing. So definitely hope ours do as well. So we got our oven preheated at. Oh, okay.
Who that?
Okay. She says move the olive oil, and then can you turn off your notifications?
I can try. I hope it doesn't reset everything.
Well, do you know how to turn them off? You have to go into the Messenger app.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you must have closed.
I just hit the button so that I could get to the Messenger app.
All right. Hold up, bear with us, y'all. Are you getting it done?
Yes, I am.
Ah, there, we're back.
Okay. What would you like me to do next?
Let's see. Just trying to see if I can fill this. Okay. And then do you mind putting this back in the fridge?
Oh, I do not.
Thank you. All right. Is that good now, Renee? Thank you for letting us know.
I did not turn it off. I didn't have a chance because I had to go back to bring the camera up. Which one would you like me to do?
Okay.
I can do either or, not both.
I know. Well, here, I'll do it.
All right. Come teach me how to use my phone.
Well, then turn off the notifications.
That's what I'm doing right now. To do that, I have to leave this screen to do that.
Okay.
Am I right or wrong?
Well, okay. Renee and everybody, don't message with Heath because that'll keep it going off on the phone. Instead, if you need to get a hold of me, please just message me directly, not the with Heath. So if you're trying to message or in the HH chat, please don't do that. Just message Shelly only. All right. And yeah, thanks. Thanks, Renee. All right. And let's see here. And then Renee's here with which please. Hey, yo, Horde, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too.
Sorry, we're just too popular. I need to start this thing up as soon as I get off work. Get into a habit of doing that.
Right? All right, let's see. I'm just trying to fill in the gaps here. I don't know how well it's going to melt. It should melt to fill out. This is the first time we've ever done this, so we'll see how it goes.
You get to learn with us.
All right. Let me put that in there.
See if there's another one in there. See, there's a gap.
All right, let's see. I feel like I cut some of this off. That in there. All right, and then let's see here. There we go. And then you want one in that little gap there.
That'd be nice.
All right, let's see. There. And then we're going to fill in her face. And then let's see if we can fill in this. Isn't this so entertaining?
Right?
But if these are successful, y'all, that'll be really cool. All right. All right. And we're just going to see. I mean, they should melt and fill the gaps. All right. Let me just do a little more here. All right.
And do the same thing on this guy.
Oh, all right.
You got all that block there. Why not?
And then I see who else is here. Oh, BSM said I was going to come by Tuesday, but I got a leak in my shower faucet in the wall.
Oh no!
We'll try next Tuesday for the air conditioner.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you, brother.
Brian.
Thank you.
Sorry, that sucks about.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Ugh.
I'll have you either some chicken legs or some shrimp ready when you get here.
All right. Let's see. Is that good?
I guess so.
Do you want to fill the little?
Yes.
Place? Oh, well, then go right ahead.
Get on your comments. Let me play with my cheese.
No goodness.
I want to cut the cheese.
And I see Jackie's here.
Hey,
Jackie. She said, evening all here-ish, working on deep cleaning my kitchen.
Here-ish, I like that.
I have a wedding cake to decorate tomorrow for my cousin's wedding. Wow, how fun is that? And yeah, deep cleaning is, I mean, I want my kitchen deep clean. Please come here. That's awesome. And then Mama Bear Lynette said, Shelly, your face is really looking a lot slimmer these days.
Aw.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. And then Rickman's here. Hey, Joe Rickman says, hiya, folks. Happy Friday night feast. And Witch Please said, I just ran up to the Ace Hardware to get our glasses for the eclipse tomorrow. Oh yeah. Cool.
I had a customer call and ask if we were selling them.
And are you?
No, I couldn't find them.
Are you selling them? Because I heard that some places are giving them away for free.
Oh,
did you have to pay for them?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm asking her because I ain't going to pay for it. Like, if somebody gives it to me for free, why don't you do a couple more of the skeleton faces?
Because I'm working on this instead. Why aren't you looking at the comments?
Because I wanted a couple more skeleton heads.
I'm not done yet.
You could be nice.
I can too.
Barely begun. Hey, said howdy, y'all. How are you doing? And everybody talking back and forth. That's awesome. And Marianne is here. Hey, Marianne.
Howdy.
She said good evening. How are you doing? That's awesome. And it barely begun said, I'll take any Friday, haunted or not. The ghost can just keep it down, right? Like, hey, it's Friday. It's fine. You come here and we'll just, I'll have a drink with you. Radical Geek, hey, Maitreya. She said, good evening.
Howdy. Ow.
And Jason said, didn't even realize it was Friday 13th until after work. Wow. Because we have, a group chat. And somebody first thing this morning said, well, I know it's the 13th because there was a water break at my child's school. So they're already home.
Aw.
I was like, oh, that sucks.
Right.
Radical Geek said, I was ready to clock out at 8 a.m.
Right? I kept getting all kinds of notices today, too, about, they call it VTO, voluntary, what do they call it? Time off.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually called in Monday because I was sick. So I was like, well, I can't afford to take off when I've already taken off.
And then Radical Geek said, I appreciate seeing all of you this evening. Aw,
thank you.
We love seeing you too.
We don't get enough Maitreya time.
Carrie said, I didn't use the app, Shelly, but it was a great deal. They do have deals, but if you get the app, Carrie, like every month we get a freebie. So the last 2 months, it's been the Sargento sliced cheese.
They're not really sending the paper coupons anymore. They're doing it all in the app now.
Yeah, and they'll give you specialized coupons and that kind of thing.
Which is awesome because I always have my phone with me. That way I don't have to worry and keep up with the paper.
I know.
I had that one cut for there. So now your jaw, your face is missing a jaw.
My face?
Yes, that one's yours.
I think that one's going to be all over the place.
That's good. I'm going to be all over the place.
Oh, I know. Well, what? That'll work.
Those are yours, though.
No, I'm just playing.
You already put your little grubbies on them. Quit. You're going to get cut, woman.
Hey, then Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda.
Brenda.
She said, so glad it's Friday and we're at the feast. That's right. How fun is that? Carrie said the comedian had a squeegee in his hands telling jokes. I said, what is it for? He said, for the clean humor. Oh, goodness. Lynette said, I used to be an advanced director with Pampered Chef. Oh, I worked for them for 8 years. I took many fun trips.
Oh, wow.
I bet that was fun. So do you like their products, Lynette? I mean, I know you worked for them, but you don't anymore, so you can be honest now. But what do you think? I think they are kind of pricey, but again, like their knives that I've gotten, at least the paring knives, have always been really good. And everything that I have gotten from them over the years, like even stuff before Heath, still looks good and works great now. So over 10 years, and they're still doing great. So, I mean, yeah, you pay more, but is it one of those that you're paying for the quality? Because sometimes you get something off of Amazon, yeah, it's half the price, but then you are like,
it's half the quality too.
Right. It's not going to last you 10 years. And then we'll want to save the rest so I can start slicing for the pizza crepe. So I've got our oven at 350. We're going to stick these in.
I'm almost done. I only have 4 more. I already have this block cuts. Why not?
Yeah. We're going to stick these in, and then we're going to go for 8 minutes. And then we'll pull them out, and then Heath will blot them with a paper towel to get off any excess moisture.
That's what you think.
And then he's going to put them in the fridge for about 15 minutes so that they harden up. Shauna said, I have some of those. The lids don't stay on well. Annoying. Yeah, it's really particular on the lids, right? You really have to wedge it in there. Brenda said, I like Pampered Chef products, but I hate MLMs. See, I'm the same way, Brenda. Like, I don't like MLMs, but it's like, but, I think most of us have probably gone to a Pampered Chef party. Like, I remember back in the day, gosh, it's probably been 20 years since I went to my first Pampered Chef, and I just remember loving all the food. I was like, oh, you get a meal while you're shopping? Like, this is so much fun.
It's like Costco. No,
I know, but nowadays they're all online, so you don't get to have the free samples anymore. Okay, not like most of it I wouldn't be eating nowadays.
Do we need 2 more witches, or we're good?
We're good. And then Witch Please said, I like the chopper from the Pampered Chef, but it did end up cracking on part of it after a few years. Oh, no. That kind of sucks.
You're kind of an Ariel. So, let's get these in the oven.
There we go. It like froze for a second. Kaden said, hey, Shelly, have you ever made the PSMF bread? Do you still make it? I know 2KK said it can be tempting to graze all day.
That's why we haven't.
Yeah, I have never made the PSMF 8 minutes. I've never made that.
We've had it when Radical Geek has made it, and then when Mom Bear Lynette has made it.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's a trigger for us.
Well, for me, here's my thing. I have found for myself, I can't have high protein. So anytime I'm getting over 100 grams of protein, like I find for me between, I would say 75 to 85 grams of protein a day is my good spot. If I hit over 100, I instantly gain weight. So for me personally, I can't have the high protein. So with something like the PSMF, you have to add all the fat afterwards. And it's like, well, would I rather have like this, a crepe with the cheese and the pepperoni, or do I want a piece of the bread? Because I have to kind of pick my protein sources, but fat's aplenty, like I'm good with having a lot of fat. And that's what I have found over the years. That's why when I did carnivore, I gained like almost everything I had lost on keto by doing carnivore. It just did not work out for me. But I know everybody's different. Some people, they do great on having high protein and kind of sticking to a carnivore way of eating, and they have good results with that. That just was not my experience. And I gave it a try. I tried it for a year and a half because, like they were telling in the carnivore group, the zeroing in on health, they were like, oh, you got to give it time. It's common to gain weight at the beginning. And I just kept seeing the scale going up, 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 up. And it got to where I was just so upset because I was like, I worked so hard for a year and a half on keto and had lost so much and basically gained 80% of that back by doing carnivore.
Talk about what do you call it? Not a reset. What's the word?
A letdown?
No, that. Yeah.
But it was just kind of
reversal.
I know.
That's
and I was like, okay, I gave it a year and a half. It's not like one of those things that I was like, okay, it's been 6 months, I'm done. It was like a year and a half and it just did not work.
Kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, it just, and I had all kinds of other issues. I've talked about it on my ward report. So yeah, that's another reason why we haven't done the PSMF bread.
And honestly, ever since we went keto, we don't really miss bread. So there's no really need for it.
Yeah.
Occasionally I'll miss it, but then I was like, I can make do without it.
Yeah, and what we've done before is made the chaffle, which has some good fats in it when you make it.
Yeah.
We'll do that or the fathead dough.
Yeah.
Like, we'll do that. You think that's going to be enough cheese?
Yeah, if not, we can get some more out.
Okay. There you go.
Are you going to use this one too?
No, I want to save that for our Halloween collab that's coming out next week.
Okay.
So, y'all know in August we had a collab where we did back to school recipes. Next week, make sure you stay tuned and several channels, and I'll be linking them, and I'm going to create a playlist like Lindy with Paleo Barbie Does Keto did. We're all coming out with Halloween recipes for this month. So be on the lookout for all of those Halloween recipes next week. And yeah, the one I've already started on half of it today, and the rest will finish up tomorrow. But I'm super excited about it.
That one doesn't look like it fit.
It doesn't. Oh, Wild Turkey Bluff. Hey,
howdy.
Said, I'm excited to see Crepe Maker in use. Thanks for the demo.
Thank you.
Well, you are welcome. I'm excited too. Jackie said, oh, random thought. I brought in Porky Good pork rinds to work. Let some people try them. Then this Thursday, I turn around and a lady is handing them out. Hashtag, I need a commission.
Right?
Right. You should. Contact them. Who knows?
Worst, I always say with stuff like that, worst they're going to do is tell you no.
Right. Which Please said, Paper Chef is just a little much for my budget, though.
Right?
It is.
Especially with everything else you got going on right now.
I know. And honestly, like, when our mother had the party last week, I mean, I didn't buy anything because it's like not in the budget.
They priced us out.
Right. Like, I saw a few things I wanted and I was like, but you know what, Shelly? Paper Chef's been around for a long time. They'll be around. This is something you can get next year. There's no, like, you don't need these items right now. It is a want. You want these, but you don't need them.
And wait a couple of months or whatever, and you'll find it at a cheaper rate on Temu.
Well, that's true. But I was just like, you know, those bowls, those glass bowls with the lids.
Yeah.
Remember, we've got the 1 cup ones, and I absolutely love them. They come in really handy. I didn't know, but they also have a 2 and a 3 cup one.
And then they also stack and for storage, which is nice too.
And they have the lids, which, you know, sometimes, you know, with little bowls and stuff, you don't always get the lids. So I like the lids, and I was like, okay, that is something I would want, but I don't need.
Hint, Mom.
So waiting on those. But again, maybe next year. You know, I've been really working on our budget. Like, I've got our budget through the end of this year, and I'm starting a budget for 2024. Let me know if anybody else does that. So I've been watching a lot of frugal channels. I mean, he thinks I'm frugal, but I do not fit that criteria after watching all of these different frugal channels. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that frugal compared to them, but I am learning from them. So I am creating like a detailed budget.
Put the cheese on this plate.
Uh-huh.
Then we're going to pull this in a minute. I set this on there. My what do you call it? There's a word for it. I'm missing it. My hot plate. It's not a hot plate. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? But now you're drawing blank too.
Right.
Because it says like it's less than 2 minutes.
But anyway, so I'm coming up with a detailed budget. So I was like, if we really can stick to this budget for next year, I think we'll be in a really good spot. And then that will allow us to kind of budget in, okay, here's like some frivolous stuff that we can eventually get, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Air Fried Audie said, I got a jump scare a few minutes ago. Uh-oh. I'm on second floor, opened my curtains to a man on the roof of the place across the fence. Oh, that was scary. You're like, oh,
hello.
Didn't want to see you there. And she said he was clearing his gutter and washing what looks like skylights.
Oh, wow. Time to step across and do y'all's too.
Keto Simple. Hey, Dustin.
Brother.
Said, hey, y'all. I'm on Central Time tonight. I'm in Chicago waiting to go next door to see Botch at the Metro.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fun. Have a good time. I like Chicago. Which Please said, later I'm going to make my poblano cilantro lime marinade for skirt steak to cook tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds good, Renee. Shauna said, Heath would be funny with ink blots.
Why?
I guess on what you would come up with.
You're not shrinking my head.
Keto Simple said, Botch is a band that's played a venue called the Metro.
Oh, these turned out perfect.
Oh, let's see.
Well, I guess I can just do it that way. I didn't think about that. Let me show them one. They filled out very well, but like I said, we should have filled in a little better.
Well, do you think they need to go a couple more minutes because they're not melted all the way?
Yeah. See, the ghost came out a little better though.
Yeah, those look a little better. Maybe put it in for 2 more minutes.
Okay.
How do the other ones look? The witch looks like it did well.
Yeah, so did the bats.
So the skeletons just haven't fully melted.
Right. I think it's because we added, because see, like in the top up here, hold on, up in this area, we didn't fill it in all the way. I think that's what it is, because we didn't overfill it.
Yeah, but the skeletons, they haven't even stretched out at all.
Right. The skeletons or the skulls?
The skulls. Yeah, the witches look pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe just do 2 more minutes and then pull them out. Let's just see how they look. Mama Bear Lynette said, what does everyone have for dinner tonight? Over here, we enjoyed grilled salmon with dill sour cream sauce and smoked Colleen's brisket.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that sounds really good.
Wow.
I love grilled salmon.
Yes.
Oh, yummy, yummy. And then Air Fried Auntie said, by the way, thank you to everyone who took pics with me with my flat Heath and Shelly.
That was awesome.
So much fun.
That was awesome. Thank you.
That really was awesome. Thank you again for doing that, Shauna.
Thank you all of you that posted pictures with all that too.
I know. Like it made our day,
seriously
y'all.
Started crying.
I know.
Y'all are
Gigi's
amazing.
here. Hey, Gigi. She said, good evening, everyone.
Quit eating my cheese, woman.
Man, you better listen to me.
What? Your phone's breaking up. Ow!
Keto Simple said, I need to send a dusted on a stick to all the conferences, right? But you'll have to pay Shauna to go to the conferences so she could hold your stick.
Right?
Uh-oh. That was after hours talk. Oh! Yeah?
Yeah. Well, saying it is after dark.
Which Police said, I use the soft, fresh Mott's balls for my skull cheese. Wish I'd got bigger balls. But if it works this way, I'll do that way next time. Yeah, I remember you did that. You said yours had a lot of liquid. It looks like on these, there's not going to be a lot of.
This is a vegetable wine?
Because it's low moisture.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to read that. I think this is just low moisture, so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was going to do, though? That's why I threw it over there. I was going to put this back in the fridge while I was up.
Right. Keto Simple said, yeah, it's nice having a place like that nearby. We really only go now with people who have never been. Oh, okay. Sherry said, Saturday is our church social. Hot dogs and chili party. Ooh, that sounds good. That's fun. Barely Begun said, I bought some dog bone silicone mold for my collab recipe, but it would not take much to make them after dark ready.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
see what you're doing, Shelly?
It really wouldn't, but that's awesome, Coda. I can't wait to see the recipe video. Sounds like it's already going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, these are looking way better.
And then Lynette said, balls.
Way better.
Radical Geek said, not enough cheese. Laugh out loud. Oh, those do look way better. Okay, show everybody.
Look at my skull.
Yeah, see, those really filled out now.
And I don't think there's anything we need to blot.
Okay. Well, if you don't think there is, then you just put them in the fridge for about 15 minutes.
Well, they fit in this fridge.
I don't know, but I would take them off the hot tray and put them on something else.
Oh.
Shauna said, now that I'm not feeling so jet lagged, probably clean, organize, and hopefully start Christmas cards. I'm behind. Oh, how fun. Marianne said, I'm resting up after the long drive from KPL, right?
I'm just going to stack them on this plate.
Oh, yeah. Feed the skull. I bet, Marianne, that is quite the drive. I'm glad you made it safely there. And then, yeah, you need time to recuperate because I understand when we do those long drives, like it takes a few days to get over that.
See, they can stack on top of each other. It won't hurt.
Okay.
And then I can slide this in on top of that other thing in there.
Nice. And then we got mail. We got to open up. Somebody sent us something.
It was a cooperative effort on that.
Sherry said, boom, boom, out goes the lights, right? Renee said, here we go with Grumperton Sassy Heath.
Well, it's just because I'm just sticking up for myself. That's all.
And Shauna said, right. Mom Bear Lynette said, Heath is getting to be the mayor of Grumpy Town.
Well, lighten up on all the instructions. Made in Vietnam. We can't buy from America anymore.
Oh my gosh.
But it does say fragile, handled with care.
Don't show the address. The other person's address. Just Jason said, our trip to and from KPO was exactly 2,000 kilometers or 1,242 miles. Wow, Jason. That is quite the haul. Shauna said, I'm not sure what is going on. Cheese and molds? I know. It's going to be fun, though, Shauna. Trust us. And then Lynette said, just kidding, Heath.
I know. I'm the team punching bag. It's okay.
And then Brenda said, he's getting lippy.
Oh, whoa. There's paperwork.
Oh. And Renee said, couldn't help myself. Shauna said, he just wants to eat some cheese really bad. I know. You know how he gets hangry. BSM said, bake my cheese with some bacon bits and diced peppers. Oh, that sounds good.
Do you want to read this first and then see if we should read it aloud?
Aw.
But this is from our buddy.
Welcome.
This is from our funny buddy Jason.
Just Jason, Keto, and more.
I'm going to get up and show him.
Yeah, and he said, thanks for the community you've built and for the support you have given my channel. Well, thanks for supporting us.
I wonder if it'll look better this
way.
way.
A couple fun things and some stickers, and they keep on thriving. I love that. That is so awesome.
And I can't wait.
Jason.
Jason, once I get these on my beer fridge, I'll be sure to post pictures for you, and I'll probably show them on my MS Journey too.
I'm so excited. Thank you, Jason. He said there's something else.
I'll say that's a big box for 2 stickers.
I know. I was expecting just an envelope.
Are these Canadian newspapers?
Are you going to save the Canadian newspapers?
No. Like I read. Come on. Azevia.
Oh. Oh, is that the special
Blossom
present we
Energy
can't get?
Science Sucre. What? Read that?
Oh, that's in French, babe. So on the English side, it said, this is the pineapple paradise.
Oh, yes. I love pineapple.
Wow. Yeah, we can't get it here. What?
Jason.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Look what he sent me, y'all. This is awesome.
That's so cool. It's the meat chopper.
That is awesome. We'll be using this tomorrow when we're making our chili.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Okay, but I got to take this apart and throw it in the sink so we can wash it.
Yes.
Where's the skizzers?
That is so cool.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jason.
That is awesome.
I know. Yeah, put this in the fridge and then maybe by the end of the live you could try it. Because that does sound good. Pineapple paradise.
But you know we need to check on this?
Huh.
If it should be
I'm sneaking.
hand wash only. Read on it for me real quick and see that meat thing. See if it should be hand wash only. I'm gonna put it. Well, I want to put it in the freezer. I'm scared it'll pop.
Dishwasher safe.
Okay, good. Thank you.
That's so awesome. And I love that it's in French as well. Everything is part French.
Right?
I love that.
That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
And then next we can start working on our crepes. I like doing the crepes Suzette. What is y'all's how do you prefer your crepes?
Do we need the knife still?
No. Let's see.
We'll put it by the sink because it's all we do is cut the cheese with it. So we just
cut the cheese, y'all.
we can just. Or do we still need the avocado oil?
No, we're done.
Since I'm already up, might as well start clearing some stuff.
And then what we will need, however, is the marinara and the pepperoni. And let's see, where am I at on here?
There's the marinara we're gonna use.
I think that says 200. 200 milliliters. We'll do half for one crepe and half for the other. But I have been trying to come up with a crepe recipe all week. And
The experimentation has been amazing.
I mean,
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna show you. I brought it in here.
Carrie said connect 4 with cheese, right?
Yeah, she ordered me some Rockstar from Sam's. Got delivered, and like 3 or 4 cans come in looking like this.
Should I report it to Sam's and get a partial refund? I mean, did it open or just accept it as is? What do y'all think?
It's gonna fit my mouth funny.
That's what he said last night.
Hey, easy.
Sherry's here. Hey, Sherry. She said, hey, Horde family. Glad to be catching it live. Me too. I'm glad you're here. Carrie said he's still not running the AC, but the tips are better now. I mean, the tips are great. And the tips this weekend are going to be amazing.
I think the whole week, I think it's supposed to be a high of 89.
But you know what, Carrie? I was watching one of the Frugal channels, and she said that she did lots of interviews with people who went through the Depression. And she said back then, people used very little electricity. Like, they did not turn on an AC like they would. That was like a last resort because they would use, open doors and windows to get the airflow and avoid running the AC. And so, I mean, so if you look at it in a way, you're just doing what people did during the Great Depression to save money. And that's kind of, what you have to do nowadays to be frugal. I mean, I have a lot of friends that, I mean, it's hard. It's really difficult out there.
My dad had an uncle that refused. He hated running the AC. And 90% of the time, he slept on the front porch. He had a screened-in porch, and he just slept out there. He said he just enjoyed it so much more.
Oh, shoot. I might have overdone that one.
You know what we need,
A
though?
little bit.
We need some plates.
Oh, yeah. And then,
How this? This one work?
yeah, whatever plate. Oh, you know what? We have our leftover plates from lunch.
Where's yours from lunch? I know
It's
where
in-
mine's at.
Mine's in the microwave.
Okay.
And I don't know. I thought you had saved yours too.
I did. It's behind us.
And then what I found is you don't put the this little trowel thing, you don't put it on like, you don't scrape it real tough, like you just barely touch the top. At least is what I have noticed. Maybe I have no idea what I'm doing.
Maitreya needs to tell us. We've seen her do it, but I guess we didn't pay enough attention.
Well, because she makes it look so easy.
Because she's a genius.
I know. Well, she does have a doctorate, so that explains it. And I'm just basically getting all of the wet egg off of the top. I mean, it's not a perfect circle.
That's a different band.
Oh, that's a band?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Homeboy from Tool.
Oh,
That's
really?
his side project. It's a perfect circle.
Oh, okay, sure. Sure. Okay.
That was really good, though.
Right?
Oh, do you want both?
I thought we were going to use the big one.
Okay.
So count how many pieces are there. And then, oh, shoot. So we can split that up. And then I'll need you in a second. You get to be the marinara spreader. And so it's nice and bubbly, and I just give it a minute so that it gets nice and brown on the underside. Shauna said, okay, how many bites will he take while he's filling with the cheese? Did anybody count? And Shauna said, somewhere I have my glasses for my 50th birthday in Victoria for the last eclipse somewhere. Well, you'll find them Sunday. Which Please said, I'll deep clean this kitchen when I move the heck out. Still waiting on their appraisal and in process of getting quotes for the homeowner's insurance. Paid $1.50 for each pair. Not free in this vacay. And I heard Corpus is a really great. Oh, so 4 each. I heard Corpus is actually in Texas. That's the best place to go to see the solar eclipse.
Oh.
Like, we'll still get it good here in Houston, but like in Dallas and stuff, they'll get it okay. But they said if you really want a really good view, to go down to Corpus. So I bet you're going to be really busy. Okay. And then my sous chef walked away.
I'm busy. Suing.
There we go. That one turned really good.
I was suing.
You were suing?
Yeah, because you said I'm sous chef, so I was suing. Oh, yeah.
All right. You spread out the rest while I put the cheese on. And I like to get the cheese really thin so that it really
Melts easier.
melts easier, right? Okay, and then when you are ready, put on the 4 slices of pepperoni.
And you got this one at the deli, right?
Yes, this from Kroger Deli. Sherry said, hey, Horde family, so glad to catch a Friday night feast. If the weather cooperates, me and the hubby will go to, that's wherever, KC Renfest for birthday outing, turning the big 58. Well, happy early birthday.
Yeah.
I hope you get to go. I love Renfest. Okay, so to make it a crepe Suzette, I'm going to kind of go.
You want a butter knife? Slap under to help?
I don't know. You think that would help?
If I don't break it.
Yeah, I think you're going to break.
Do you want that other spatula?
Let's see. Huh. There we we go. There, I got it. Okay, then you fold it in half. Okay, yeah, give me that spatula. It likes to roll on me.
Is that yours or mine?
Whichever, doesn't matter.
well-
Ooh, look how perfect that one turned out.
That's the best one you've ever done.
Wow.
That's your plate. So here.
Okay. Wow. All right. Oops.
Ain't that look amazing, y'all?
All right. Let's get this. Oh, shoot. That one went running off. Oh. Oh, it's really runny. Oh, my gosh. What is this? All right. That one did spread weird.
Uh-huh. Of course, because it's mine.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
I know it. She's always out to get me, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Even though she got me 10 years ago.
I know. Aren't you lucky?
Yes. Yay, me. I win. Oh,
But
man.
it's spreading really well.
Except for that one spot.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm getting there.
That's where you put the cheese on it. Dang, that looks amazing.
Yeah, that did pretty well.
I hope. Have you seen Mom yet? Is she even watching tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times she'll tune in and watch the replay.
Yeah.
But either way, I want to tell her thank you again.
Okay. Do you mind clearing out all this
Stuff.
Yeah. And these things. All right. Let's see here. Everybody talking back and forth. Jackie said 4-day work weeks for me right now. So 3-day weekends until further notice. Oh, how nice, Jackie. Which Bree said he filling the molds. 1 bite for the mold, 1 bite for me.
Or sometimes 2 bites for me.
And she is. No wonder you wanted to do that part.
Right? I'm trying. I was going to talk to my company. I was thinking about seeing if I can work 4 10s.
Oh.
So I can get 3 days off.
Nice.
And then you start getting Fridays off again. You like that idea? Because that'll make it easier for tonight, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think we do fine.
Yeah.
But let's see if I
Let her go a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think this is ready.
Oh. It's just like a really, really thin omelet.
And then start, yeah, basically. No, the marinara, baby. Yeah, put it on this side, then I get the cheese there. This is exciting. This is fun. Who else loves playing with their food? And Lynette said, now your face is missing a jaw. Carrie said, they used to send me coupons, Shelly, but after I went carnivore, the coupons are very scarce on the app. Well, I mean, we still get we get a lot of cheese, butter,
Yes.
the shrimp. So we do get a lot of those.
Well, there's also a lot with the paper ones, they would send us a bunch of stuff for kids too, like
Yeah.
for diapers and whatnot.
But when you use the app consistently, they start making them more, to what you are generally buying. That's why I do like that app. Okay,
And what I really like also about the app, Rick Kroger.
Is that enough cheese?
No, I need some more.
Well, I don't have any more, and you only have a second.
That's fine. I know yours is heavy. But what I like about the app, it tells you the aisle, and then it also tells you the bay.
Yeah.
That's really handy. Why am I walking away when it's over here?
Ooh, look, that one turned really well.
Because there's not as much cheese on it.
There was no cheese on that side. Okay. Look at this. Look at that. So impressed.
Right?
And then you can show everybody. That one looks even better than mine did, honestly.
Really good. And y'all see my dirty plate? This is for my breakfast and my lunch.
Whew.
Figure why not?
And see, I put that towel down so
Yeah.
that, you know, if
Any
anything.
spillage? I'm gonna grab the gloves and move that just in case.
And then get our cheese out of the fridge.
All right, give me just a second.
Lynette said Heath is in rare form tonight.
Well, I'm not well done.
He said, Kaden said, if they find Heath cut up in the freezer in a giant skull bowl, don't believe the suicide note. Kaden, you can't tell all the secrets. Then that sounds like it's premeditated. Lynette said, I really do love the Paper Chef products, and I still use their cookware, and all of my smaller handheld tools are Paper Chef, but they are completely overpriced.
Like I say, they're proud of them.
They're nice, but yeah, it's a little pricey, right?
Ouch.
All right, let's see how these turned out.
Do we still need this towel?
No. All right.
Because it's getting kind of crowded up in here.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is adorable. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You know what, though? Speaking of Mom, she also got me these towels. Remember?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. All right.
You already have your drink, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I need my
These
Zevia.
are adorable. These are adorable, y'all. Where do you want to put the extra ones of these cheese things?
On my plate.
You're gonna have to show everybody. These are so cute. We don't have any tomatoes, or we would do the caprese salad.
Like with this.
Yeah. Look at the go. Like, okay, show this one up close because you can actually see the face. You can hold it. It's gonna slide off. You gotta hold it. Show the here, let me. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that cute? The little face.
My plate or the bowl?
Yeah, that's fine. And then here, you want to show a couple of the bats. There's the bat. And then here's the witch. She goes like that. Oh, that was your witch.
That's fine.
And then let's see how the skulls turned out, y'all. Ooh, still a little soft. They probably should be in the fridge a little longer.
Oh, wow. That turned out really good.
That looks awesome. But that one needs to go back in the fridge because they're still hot. Aren't those adorable? That really did turn out well.
What else do you need out of this fridge?
That's it. I think
Awesome.
we're all done and ready to eat. And let's see how
you know what I was going to do, though, y'all?
What were you going to do?
Where did I have it? Hold on. I messed up.
I'm going to have her little broom. I bet it'll taste like mozzarella. Oh, yeah. Right now?
Yeah, well, that way, whenever it's done, I'll be done. Or I'm done, it'll be done.
That's good.
So I'm going to go load the creamy.
We don't know what flavor it is. We forgot to put a tag, so.
Roulette.
Yes. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. When he comes back, I'll get him to do it. Which Please said, or she has a new full-size skeleton for the front yard next year. I mean, you got to source ethically, right? So you gotta know where your stuff comes from. Get the balsamic over there behind my vitamin pills. She said, like, toss some of the balsamic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should have got more tomatoes.
Well,
some basil.
I'm getting tomato. Oh, did something happen? Because it already went off.
I wonder if the blade came loose.
Oops. That poured a little too generously. I would have started it after Kate laughed. Jackie said Pampered Chef is like KitchenAid. Buy once, cry once. That is a good analogy because I love KitchenAid as well. One time I got a really, really nice KitchenAid roasty pan with the pull-out liner, I guess. You know, like if you're doing like a big roast, you can pull it out. The only reason I got it, because otherwise it would have been like, I don't know, it was like $100, is because at my job, they gave me like bucks and I had to pick something out of the catalog. So I was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't normally be able to afford KitchenAid, but since I had this company money and I can only use company stuff, then that's why I got it. So what happened with the...
I'm assuming the blade came loose. I'll eat first and I'll deal with that later.
Okay. Let me have this back. Let's see how the back tastes.
That's really good. Good call.
Thanks, Ray. Shauna said, watching Heath do this is giving me flashbacks to that game Perfection.
Isn't that the opposite though? Isn't that you take it out? No, I guess the Perfection you put it in. My bad.
Take it out, put it in. Which is it? Yeah, say how the crepe is. Man, it turned out really good, right? That worked out perfect.
Yeah.
So I used that last night. I mean, I've been playing with it all week. But this, that one, and I don't know what one Maitreya uses, because when I tried to search, I don't know if you don't have it in your title about the crepes, but it would not find it on your channel. And I was like, well, do I go through all of the videos to try to find it? But anyways, I don't know what your recipe is, but this one has worked well for us. It just took me all week.
The very first one she made, it ended up just being scrambled eggs. But it tasted good. But that's why we played with it all week, so we can nail it tonight. Good job.
Melissa, hey Melissa. She said, I like Pampered Chef products. My aunt worked for them for years. They're pricey, but I think that's to get you to host parties and get all the deals. And let me know on any of those, like basically they're MLMs, but any of those where you have to host a party and you get deals. You know, there's lots of companies that do that. I myself have never been good with that, right? Like every time I run that, there's one I was short by $11. If somebody had bought something else, then I would have got, you know, whatever the kickback was. But of course I was short. I've just never been successful. I'm not a salesperson, like at all. And so I've never really hosted those type of parties because I'm like, why? Either nobody shows up or nobody's going to buy anything. And then I feel bad, like basically having people pressured, right? And so I was like, so I never host those things. But I know like some people I've been, and they like do amazing. Like they'll have, you know, 50 people show up and everybody's buying stuff and they get all kinds of rewards from it. So are you somebody who can host a party and you have great results and get a lot of rewards? Or are you kind of like me where it's like, yeah, like I might as well just buy it myself because I ain't going to get anything from it? Shauna said, my roommate and I had a Pampered Chef party. My 5-year-old nephew wanted to be a chef, so we let him come, and he did all the trying out with his little chef hat and apron. Oh, how
that's
cute.
awesome. Awesome.
She said he's 27 now.
And he's still a chef?
Does he still, or does he just enjoy cooking? Renee said, nah, because Shauna nicknamed it PTSD bread, right? Which is my favorite. Radical Geek said, my white bread is the opposite of PSMF. It's high fat. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You need to get that recipe from her.
She goes, I meant egg white. Okay, yeah. And Jonathan said, laugh out loud. PTSD, right? And then they're giving Maitreya a hard time for saying F. My F. Barely Begun said, for me, I find I can get by without regular carbs, bread, taters, but struggle big time with sweets.
Yeah.
Coda said, I hardly miss the other stuff. That's how I feel too. Like, sweets really is the struggle bus for me, because I always associated, as growing up, we never really had desserts, or, well, my brother would get some, but I never got to have like desserts or treats. Like, my mom didn't have in the house all of those snack things. She didn't buy the sugary cereals. Like, the most that we would have, breakfast was usually, like eggs and bacon or maybe oatmeal.
Ugh.
But like, we never had the sugary cereals. She didn't buy all of the snack cakes and stuff because we were poor. That's like highfalutin. Like, at work, we were, no, I'm not at work. On the chat, they were talking about Hamburger Helper. Like, we were too poor for Hamburger Helper, because my mom was like, okay, for one meal, one box of Hamburger Helper, I could go and buy the noodles, and I can make my own seasoning and stuff and make it for several meals. So that's what she did, is she would buy her own type of Hamburger Helper.
Hamburger assistant.
Right, because she's like, I don't need the box to combine it. I'll just do it myself.
Right.
So we always did things like that. So we never had like snacks. Like, her idea of a snack is like, when I would come home from school, she'd have carrots or celery with peanut butter, that kind of thing. We never really had all of the sugary snacks. So then, however, I associated that stuff with a treat or a reward. So if something great happened, like I got on the honor roll, it was, okay, we could splurge and go get you this nice little treat or ice cream or something. And then we would do that. So I still associate sweets with like a reward, so that it's hard for me, like if it's our anniversary or a birthday, where I'm like, but I'm supposed to have something sweet, because that was the only time I got it as a kid.
Well, wait. The way my stepmom always did it, she just went to the day-old bread store, got his stuff there, and then came home and froze it, make it last.
Oh. I don't think she knew at the day-old bread store when I was growing up.
Right? This is really good.
I know.
I want to do these again, but just do like a ham and cheese.
Yeah, that would work out well. Shauna said, laugh out loud, I can make hard-boiled eggs. Those are pretty scary.
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious. 20Q Cat said, ooh, that'll be fun to see all the creators and their Halloween recipes. I'm saying, I'm so excited. Which Please said, Shelly, Acre brand sells 1, 2, 3, 4 cup glass containers in sets with lids. I got at Walmart. Well, I don't shop Walmart.
Yeah,
plus other sizes in the kid.
You shop at Sam's, the same thing.
Yeah, but it's not. But is it the round ones? We'll have to show later the cups I got, because they're round bowls. Because we have lots of the squares. Yeah, but I like the round ones.
Why? Why is it the round make any better?
I just like, because like when we make the different sauces and stuff.
All right.
That's what we always use.
Yeah, but we can just do it in a square one too, though.
Shauna said the word you were looking for earlier was trivet.
Yes. Thank you.
Jackie's Keto Journey said, look at Dave Ramsey. He's big on strict budgets and getting out of debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I have listened to a few of his suggestions. And they are good. So I am like some of the budget and stuff, but some of it is like the frugal, as far as this one couple, I forget what their channel name is. They're vegetarians though. But anyways, what they do is they keep a running spreadsheet of different appliances that, have to be replaced. They keep it in there and say, okay, this is the year we bought it. Here's the projected timeline of how long it should last.
The lifespan.
Yeah. And then what they do is every year they look at that list and kind of figure out. So you would think of, like in a house, your major appliances And then you've got your roof, your air conditioner, those different things. So they have that all on a spreadsheet when it was bought. And then every year they go and put in what is the current pricing for all of those things so that they know in order to budget ahead. And then what they do is they start setting aside different savings accounts for those different things. So saying, okay, we know for a refrigerator, the going rate's about, $2,500. So we're going to put, we know that we've got at least another 5 years. So we'll budget, $10 a month towards that. So in 5 years, we pay cash for it.
I think we're going to do that for the dishwasher because, all the parts and pieces to it are kind of...
And then another thing they do is they said, and fix whatever you have.
Right.
So that you're not always replacing it.
Uh-huh. That makes it a little difficult nowadays, though. Things aren't made the same. So they set you up where you have to replace, not repair. A lot of times that's what you run into.
Yeah. But we've done really well because Brian came and fixed that. True. And that saved us some money.
That's true.
So, and with the YouTube, you can find most things on how to fix things. That's how I learned how to clean the air conditioner. That saved us over $500 just cleaning it ourselves.
Right.
And then how to fix, the different things. Like, that is saving money. And I don't mind getting greasy and dirty to fix something. So, and if I can Google and figure out how to do it, I don't mind doing it and putting in the elbow grease.
What they call it? Sweat equity.
As I remember a long time ago, it's probably been 20 plus years. I remember back when my mother owned this house, one of the toilets stopped working. And, this before YouTube. But I had looked it up. It was still internet age. I looked up and found out it was the
float,
the insides that had basically need to be replaced because they hadn't been replaced in like 30 years or whatever. Wow. So I went to Home Depot, got the insides, looked up how you change it, and I changed the whole inside of the toilet.
Nice. Saved
her having to call a plumber and figure out what to do. I was like, look, I did it for you for, I'm sure at the time it was less than $20 because I'm like, yeah, that's what you do. When you can't afford a plumber and you can't afford different people, you figure out how to do it yourself. And that's what a lot of the frugal channels, that's what they're saying is do it yourself instead of buying like Windex or buying, what's the stuff, toilet cleaner, toilet bowl cleaner and all these things. They tell you how you make the cleaner yourself. So like I've been making our toilet bowl cleaner. Well, that's a heck of a lot cheaper than $250 every time. That only lasts a couple weeks.
All right.
So little things like that, I'm just learning how to do those things instead of spending money on that kind of stuff. Renee said, and probably because the recipe called for the fresh mozzarella already super soft. Well, I was pleased with the block. Shauna said, I'm confused. When does the crepe come in? Well, now you get to see it. Renee said, I'm going to have to try the block cheese next time. Much cheaper per ounce for sure. Right. Oh, yeah. Tons cheaper. And it really, they turned out perfect. I mean, the little skeleton heads. It's awesome that way. I would highly recommend doing the block cheese. Yeah. I don't think you need fresh mozz for this.
No, that's somebody trying to be bougie.
Marianne said, got home about 5 p.m. on Tuesday, then right to work Wednesday morning. Oh. El Strange said, hello, have they eaten yet? At that time, we hadn't. And Renee told her, no. Just Jason, Keto, and Morris said, everyone needs a meat masher. Laugh. I'm saying,
Obviously.
We have seen that everywhere. So thank you so much. That is so awesome. Actually, that was one of the things I was looking at Pampered Chef was their meat masher. So now, see,
thank you.
I'm glad I didn't do it. Glad I didn't have that in my budget because thanks to Jason, now we get to have one. How awesome is that?
Otherwise, we would have had a his and hers.
Which Please said, laugh out loud. I had that in my cart to buy them too. Haha. I love mine. I was gifted it by a pampered chef friend. Oh, that's so sweet.
You know what I just realized?
Huh.
I really don't need that creamy now.
Well, now you got to figure out, dig out the thing you.
Well, last time what we did was let it melt, and I poured it off, and then did it again.
Is that what it is? Is it?
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay.
I didn't have it locked in correctly, and just vibrated loose.
Maitreya says she loves that crepe maker. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Is that the same one?
Yeah, I think, because whatever one she had, Sharon had got it, and then I put it on our wish list, which is what your mom used.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Shauna said, I remember that one. And L Strange said, I would report it. Okay. And L Strange said, Costco would take the return. Tell them that. Okay, I'll report it then to
But I've already drank one of them, though.
Huh?
I've already drank in one of them. Will it matter?
Well, I don't know.
Like I said, worst of those tell us no.
Right. I'll just say you'll have to tell me how many total that were broken or,
dented.
Brenda! Hey, Brenda!
Howdy.
She says, happy Friday. He's Shelly in the Horde.
Howdy.
And then 20Q Cat said, after dark. Yes. Mitch Please said, I almost said it, but my cuz beat me to it. The mouth comment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, great minds think alike, Renee. And then she said, my mom never let us have AC unless dad was home. Grandparents went through the depression. See? She learned from them. I mean, so it's not, we've gotten really spoiled. And I mean, I know I went 7 years without an air conditioner as a child.
That's child abuse.
But, it just, when you don't have the money,
right?
When you have to budget things, you have to pick and choose. And, of course, at the time, my father worked for the post office. It was eventually a postmaster.
I can't stop eating this cheese. Get it away from me.
But he also, I think, would just tell my mother, oh, no, we can't do that. Because he didn't care because he worked nights. And, he also
lives in Texas and it's still hot at night.
I know. And he wouldn't allow her to buy deodorant, and we couldn't have paper towels. There was all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's a whole
I don't know why they're divorced.
But so and then when you don't have the money, you pick and choose what you're gonna use and what you're not gonna use. Right? I mean, it's a lot of money to run an air conditioner. So yeah, any way you cut cost, I mean, that's what you have to do. And during the Great Depression, it's like, okay, do I want to have food this week or do I want to have a cool house? Like, what was more important?
Right.
Brenda said, I'm late, had to take a nap. I get you. Shauna said, is that all eggs? It was 3. So our crepe recipe was 3 large eggs and then 3 tablespoons of milk. Now, I use the kefir milk. I know I'm losing out on the probiotics, but that's the milk I had. You could use heavy cream or regular milk, but even like if you wanted to use a plant-based milk, you could do that. But 3 tablespoons, and then finally 2 tablespoons of some type of oil. I used avocado oil. You can use olive oil, or even melted ghee would work. I mixed that along with the seasoning, and that's worked well for us. L Strange said, yuck, I keep my AC on 77 and hardly ever turn on the heater. Put on more clothes.
Right.
That's how I feel too. It's like, okay, yeah, not going to do that. And speaking of, shout out to Mama Bear Lynette. So I didn't know this, but there's a company called Energy Org. Yes, like an org from Dungeons and Dragons. She sent me a referral, so I use that. If anybody's interested, I can refer you. We do get a kickback if you do use it. But what they do is they shop for the lowest electricity providers, and you pay them a fee. It's a monthly fee of $10 to EnergyOrg. And then what they do is they'll give you options. Okay, like here's what you're currently spending. Here's what we can probably get you and save you. And so they're going to save me about, it ranges $125 to $150 a month, y'all. So I just signed up for them because my plan that I currently have is coming up for renewal on November 21st, and they'll take care of all of that. So I just put in there, hey, I need this to start on November 21st. So they'll put that all into motion for you. So you don't have to deal with any of, contacting your current provider, any of that. They handle all of it. That's part of the fee you're paying. They'll handle that. And then they'll sign you up with whoever it is, and you'll have options whether you want a short term or long term, and they'll tell you, what the savings will be. So looking at it, we're going to have pretty good savings, especially over the year. I mean, just saving over $100 every month on electricity, that's a huge savings to me. So if you're interested, just hit me up on Facebook, and I'll send you a referral link. But I'm excited to try this out. I mean, any way I could save money and not have to do all the shopping myself, because they're comparing all of the electrical providers in your area, then hey, I'm all for it. Barely Begun said, there's a 0 chance I will ever make crepes, but it is very sin to watch others. Well, and that's fine. I never knew I would make a crepe, but now that we got a crepe maker. Which Please said, I agree. Radical Geek said, looks good to me. Wow, thanks, Matreya. L Strange said, Tool is coming to Austin a day after my birthday. Are you going? I love Tool. Linda Flanagan's here. Hey, welcome back. She goes, hi, I'm late. Well, I'm glad you made it. And then Which Please said, smash that thumbs up, y'all. Yes, please do that. We really appreciate when y'all give us a thumbs up. This cheese is so good.
It is. All right. So while we're sitting here just visiting everything, I figured it would be a good time. Come on. Let me get this out the way so you can get to your water. Good girl. Figured it'd be a good time for me to go ahead and put my pill bottle together for the week. I don't know if it's really a bottle. It's a tray.
That isn't updating. Okay. This grape was really good.
Can they see that? Or does it even matter? Do y'all really care that much? It's my magnesium malate. Take 2 of these every day.
I'm eating the skull jaw. Hi, Delilah. What's up, Delilah? She's like, is there any food over here? Which Please said, I'm hoping to be in a kayak on the water to watch it. That'll be awesome.
Oh, wow.
How fun is that? And then Renee said, is he eating or counting the pepperoni?
Huh.
That was really good, y'all. And see, that was like the perfect amount, right?
Yeah. And then next, I'm doing my liver pills. I take 1 of those every day. This is why I don't have to eat liver.
Shada said, lost my internet hotspot to the rescue. So did they flip and add sauce or just add sauce? So we flipped, and then we put the sauce on all of it. But then I only put cheese and meat on half of it because I'm doing a crepe Suzette, which is a 4th. So you fold and then fold again. So I only do the cheese and the toppings on half. But then when I flip the crepe, then that gives that sauce on both sides. And then when flip the crepe again.
Next, I'm doing my vitamin D3. I only take 1 of these once a week.
Yeah, because you're taking, what is it, 50,000 or something?
I don't remember.
It's a big amount.
125 milligram, 50,000 IU.
Yeah. Jackie's Keto Journey said, I had perfect circle band t-shirt in high school. It's gotten lost over the years.
Right.
Aw.
And then Renee told us I should be taking this Omega Reds. What is it exactly? It's krill oil.
It's to help with your restless leg.
And it's still helping, right?
It is helping. Yeah, you still have restless leg, but I think it is improving a little bit. 22Q Cat said, are those pieces of pepperoni as big as they look on my TV?
Yeah.
They look huge.
And then
Yum.
next is my Aubagio. This is my MS medicine. And this one I take once a day too, but it's a 14 milligram dose. It's a little bitty pill. And I poured out too many.
But yes, those pepperoni, that's from Kroger. If you have a Kroger near you. And the Kroger...
Pulled out one extra.
Yeah, I saw that. The Kroger, it's their brand, their private selection pepperoni. And yeah, those are huge, aren't they? L Strange, oh wow. She said member for 16 months.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Lisa said Italian quesadillas.
Right, basically.
Which Fleece said, I love the boar's head big pepperoni slices from the deli. I do too.
Money.
But yeah, you know, if you haven't watched the Warden Report yet, which why not?
What is our life?
I'm trying to stick to a budget of $75 a week for groceries. So that does mean cutting things like, okay, do I get the boar's head or do I get the private selection that's like half the price? So yeah, guess what I chose. Brenda Foley said, pretty. Thank you. It Barely Begun said, Shelly making modern art with the splashing, right? I'm an artist and didn't even know it.
Right. So now what I got to work on, I figure, I have a whole bunch of these spice jars. And see, there's very little actual spice left in it. So I'm just going to I'm going to make my own concoction. This is what we were saying earlier about how big this was. We peeled the label off and it's sticky. So I just put an old paper towel on it.
Carrie said, Shelly did it on Poipus.
Right.
Sure do. Mama Bear Lynette said, okay, y'all, time for me to put my sweet Jessie Bear in the bed.
Good night, Jessie.
I will watch the rest of this tomorrow morning. And yes, I'm fully aware that it's only 7:30 on a Friday night.
Yeah, but you got things to do. That makes sense.
I get you. Well, it's because you wake up also so early. So,
and it's not your fault we started when we did. You still got your stuff to do.
Yeah, no. And there are times when I wouldn't mind going to bed at 8 p.m. at night.
And we have done that too.
And then she said, I actually used to keep normal hours and have a life and do fun things in the evening. Now I'm just an old fart. Oh,
no.
I don't think so.
The way I look at it is, this is your normal.
Yeah.
You don't owe us an explanation. Do you, okay?
L. Strafe said 410s is the best. It is kind of nice, isn't it? Shauna said, sign that boy up for drama again.
Oh.
Which Fleece said, I play with the food all the time. Oh, we know. She said he could have used the crepe spreader to spread the sauce. Oh, that's true.
That would have made sense, though.
Now we think of it. Carrie said, not sure what I did then. I'll have to see about the app again. Right now, it's just not much I can buy. Oh, I understand. 20Q Cat said, Shelly is not only the fermenting goddess, but now she's the crepe queen.
Uh-huh.
That is awesome. You're so sweet. L. Strange said, super cute molds. I got them off of Amazon. I think I got all 4 of those molds for like $12. Or maybe it was $9. I don't know. It's on Amazon. But aren't they adorable? Because I think you also wanted to make keto brick in them.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do the keto brick, And I mean, there's all kinds of uses for it, right? And which police said, Crepe Queen. Brenda said, cute towel. Ryan was cute. Illustrator said, boo. Which police said, what? Y'all don't have tomatoes?
I ate them all.
Tragedy.
I ate them all last night.
Yeah. He sure did. 22 Cute Cat said, oh, those are too cute. I'm definitely getting some cute molds and making some. I do have some paw prints I can make. Oh, which we have those too. Yeah. Which actually, you got those out. So you'll have to decide what you're going to make your keto brick in. Because you have a Bell's brownie batter. But yes, aren't those molds adorable? Like for Christmas stuff? Like imagine doing Shauna's fudge in those molds. Wouldn't that be so cute? Oh, the possibilities. Shauna said the skulls win. Right? Those skulls are so cute.
I think they turn out the best, honestly.
Yeah. Brenda said, I'm late. Those cheese? Yes, it was just mozzarella cheese, Brenda. Just the block cheese. That's all I used was the block mozzarella.
And then tomorrow, Sunday, I'll make a big batch of burgers. This conglomerate right here. I'm just going to use that to flavor it.
Let's see.
I need one more thing, though. This one we're going to save because it's glass, but the rest of these we're just going to throw away.
Oh, Brenda's husband was with her. She said he was happy eating the fudge and drinking coffee.
Oh, nice.
He enjoyed himself. Right? Y'all are so lucky. I mean, Betray's coffee is amazing. And then Shauna's fudge. I mean, did we need to eat anything else? Like, that's just a meal. Just Jason Keto Moore said, I had way too much of that fudge. I mean, is that a possibility to have way too much? But yeah, those were so good.
Do you want to fill this one with salt also? We already have enough salt shakers.
We have enough salt shakers for in the house.
Okay, that's fine.
Did you say you're using or
I'm throwing these away?
Oh, you're throwing them away? Well, don't throw the Redmonds. That's
what I was asking.
Oh, I didn't know you were throwing them away.
Well, because we have too much of this stuff, and we have all these nice glass ones. That I'm saving this glass one.
Okay, good. Yeah, don't throw away.
All I'm doing is the plastic ones.
Okay. All right.
Well, see, this one's Redmond also, though.
That's the smoked salt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we don't need it. We need to declutter. Get rid of stuff.
Which police said, I swear he throws a thumb up so quick, my taste buds register so much slower. Like, yeah.
I'm professional.
He definitely loves as soon as he tastes, oh, that's great. Brenda said, no problem.
But I can also tell you if it's not great.
That's true. But I think it's also, he uses his nose, like he's really good
because that's what you're supposed to do.
His olfactory, so he smells it beforehand, and then, so he's already got that going. Shauna said, what is in that recipe? Did you get it down? Radical Geek said, Crepe, she uses eggs, gelatin, and salt.
Oh. So then it's not so run. Oh, whoa. Sorry. I didn't mean to yell.
We'll have to try it with the gelatin and see how that works out. Let's see. Air Fryer and Auntie said, I don't like the constant emails and text afterwards.
For?
I don't know. What is that for? Tell me.
KetoCon?
Let's see. May come as a surprise. I hate hosting parties like that. Oh, for the when you sign up to be a host at different things, she don't like having to get all the constant emails, which ain't that the truth? And I agree with that. And she said, make him as a surprise. I hate hosting parties like that. I know I can understand you being that way because I think you think the same way I do. I think you think the same way I am. Like you hate the idea of basically people being high pressure to buy something.
And usually when you're starting that stuff out too, the first people you talk to is your friends and family.
Yeah.
And then you kind of also, what do you call it? Not isolate, ostracize yourself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't talk to her because she's going to try and sell me all that stuff.
Right? I get that. Oh, she was talking about the MLM.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Maitreya said, yeah, Brenda's dad didn't want to be on camera. Oh, that's nice. Which Please said, I'd rather just buy the item than the trouble of the parties, even though online now, just too much peopling for me on that.
Right?
Right. And
wow, that made it quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be good on burgers, though.
Yeah.
And especially because a couple of them I don't even know what they are. I'm going to shake that out here in a minute and get rid of all the stuff.
But yeah, I totally agree with that. It's like you back in the old days when you would host at your house, you're like, oh, do you want to, or is the towel dirty? I was going to say, shake it over all the mozzarella cheese.
Oh, that'd be good.
I didn't know if it's a dirty towel.
No, it's not.
But yeah, back in the day, you would have to clean up your house and everything, and then people would be here for hours, and then it's a lot, right? L. Strange said, we never had sugar cereal either. We just added a ton of sugar to our grape nuts or cornflakes. Right? We didn't even have grape nuts or cornflakes. It was just like, we just didn't really have cereal. Shauna said that hamburger helper guy gave a whole figure for those recipes.
Right?
Laugh out loud.
It's true.
L. Strange said maybe she calls him daddy.
What?
So Maitreya at Radical Geek said, oh, it was Brenda's dad, but it was Brenda's husband. And so Lisa said, well, maybe she does call him daddy.
Wow. Y'all are something else.
Marianne said, I use a walker and sometimes sit in it. Yeah, those little walkers that convert to a seat, those are so nice.
Yeah.
Which Please gave lots of laughs. Brenda said, mother called hamburger helper goulash.
Right.
She was German. Yeah, that's what I grew up, was always hearing goulash.
Right.
My family wasn't German, though, but that's what we always called. Basically, whatever she threw, like to clean the kitchen, she'd just say, oh, it's goulash. And that's what.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, all right.
The only problem with doing these recipes, they can never be duplicated.
Like it's salty, but then there's something in there that's really spicy.
Yeah, that's why it's good. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't duplicate it though. It's gonna be a one and done because I don't know what I did.
And Radical Geek said, "Laugh out loud, Lisa." No, I am just also Minecrafting. Oh, look at you. Carrie said the pizza crepes look good. Thank you.
You'll make another batch?
Which Please said, oh, a ham and cheese with long, thin pickle slices, like a Cuban style.
Oh, that would be good. Good idea. When I get to win the lottery.
Which Please said, yes, the smaller ones are round. Whoops. Let's see. Air Fried Audie said they save money by not buying meat. Right. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, well, yeah, they're really frugal because they're not buying any meat and they're being all plant-based. So they're buying, 20 pounds of rice at a time or something. I was like, oh, okay. Barely Begun said, okay, why isn't it clicking?
I don't know.
Oh, there it goes. Said, I love Shelly's Hush Toad vegetarians. Well, does anybody else get like that? Like you find a channel on YouTube and you're enjoying their content and then you find out they're vegetarian or plant-based. There's somebody else I'm watching. I don't remember her channel either, but she's kind of like, it's just a very like sometimes during the day I like to watch people who are just relaxing. Like I know one is Nicholas Fairchild. I don't know if anybody watches him. But there's another lady, I just started finding her, and she just, it's very, like, just very calm and like, oh, I'm going to go walking. And she shows a park or something nearby. And, ooh. And she, so it's very relaxing. And I was like, oh, I enjoy her content. Like, and she had like some, she was like showing different fall things that she does. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a, like I could definitely keto-fy that recipe. Like I knew she wasn't keto, right? But then I found out that they're plant-based. And I kind of wondered, I was like, why is she always using like oat milk or almond milk? And I don't really see her using eggs. And I was like, oh, she's vegetarian.
We can do too, though? I just thought about it.
Huh?
We're going to do those bricks.
Oh, yeah.
So if it spills, at least it'll spill in this towel.
Yeah. And then it was just kind of like, oh.
I'm going to clear some of this out of the way, though.
Like it's a bad word. And Sharon said, just don't say it 3 times, right? I know. It's kind of like, I still watch, but it's just disappointing, right? Because I feel like, well, it's great that you're giving these tips, and there are some definite takeaways. But then at the same time, it's like, but like my lifestyle is different. So it's kind of like when you're like some of their videos were, here's 11 frugal tips at the grocery store. And it's like, well, yeah, like half of those I can't do or don't want to do.
That's why
so like I need somebody who's going to give frugal tips if you're a meat-based person. Which police said my ex, huh?
That one channel I just found a couple weeks ago. Remember, he was the butcher.
Oh yeah,
he gives you tips.
Yeah, he does.
I can't remember his name now though, because he always buys his meat in bulk and then cuts it himself.
Like he was showing how you could get. I forget. Like he showed on one. He'll say, "Well, when you get it, they're gonna say that this is the cut of beef," but he's like, "But actually, you can break this down into like a Domenico steak and this type of thing. So let me show you how you do that." And he's like, "So like this was only $5 a pound, but I broke it down and I'm getting steaks at that price. Plus I'm getting a roast with it." So he did give some good tips there. Which police said my ex was diehard Dave Ramsey and it was just shoved down my throat too much. I incorporate some of his ideas, but at my age, some are just not practical. Well, and that's kind of what I find too. Like and there's so many people out there, right? But I kind of like the
earthquake. Sorry.
The people who are real people, right? Who their career and their books and everything aren't based on them giving financial advice. Like they're just like, hey, these are real life how we're going to do it. This is really how we go to the grocery store. This is really how I do my house. Like, people who are actually living it and giving like real practical advice. If that makes sense.
That won't focus.
Oh, my face is in it. There, now it will.
So that's the brick we're fixing to make.
Mm-hmm. Comment if you have had the Bell's brownie batter. And then are you using the paws?
Yeah.
The paws. Look, 22 cute cat. All right.
Oh. Whoa.
Whoops, now you gotta reset it.
My biggest fan. You like?
Yeah, that's good.
And look, right there, y'all.
There's the tree.
See?
Look at my Halloween
tree. I did that on purpose for you.
But now it's too high. Illustrate.
How's that?
That's better. That's really good. She said, vegetarians, bless their heart.
Right?
Barely Begun said, I always liked Suze Orman better than Ramsey. Oh, I kind of remember that name. I haven't come across her. Radical Geek said, no water, 3 eggs, 10 grams of gelatin, and a couple shakes of salt. Well, I'll have to try that.
Thank you.
Renee said, yeah, and when I'm a doubt, phone your ninja friend for the attic. Right, exactly. You know, if we need some attic work.
But speaking of,
call. What?
We need to go look at some stuff.
But like I know we need to replace the insulation up there. So I was like, well, I might as well just do that myself. So I might have to call my ninja friend to help do that with me.
I think she just volunteered.
It sounds like a volunteer to me.
What is she gonna charge us? What does she want me to cook?
And then L Strange said, no Windex, use water vinegar mix. I am saying I have found out vinegar, baking soda, and hydrogen peroxide are like so useful, and those are so cheap, y'all, but they have so many uses for cleaning stuff. And so like the hydrogen peroxide, you use that as part of the toilet bowl cleaner. I would have never thought about hydrogen peroxide, and then I was doing something else.
You use it to clean wounds, so why couldn't you clean the toilet too?
I know. Well, and I found out it actually works really well for any what do they call that? Biofluids. Is that the term? Because someone else had something and I had to clean some other outside the toilet areas. And I found out hydrogen peroxide was really well for cleaning that kind of stuff up.
Slow down, Turbo.
Okay, so 30 more seconds. Yeah, water and vinegar. I love that. Barely Begun said, I make my own Clorox wipes.
Oh,
with
wow.
just fancy clothish paper towels soaked in rubbing alcohol. Started when they were hard to get in the pandemic.
Ah.
Yeah, I see that. And then nowadays, you know, you can always purchase those, you know, reusable cloths or whatever. But I see people that they're like, what do you do with, you know, old towels and stuff that, you know, aren't really good? Yeah, they use them to make those wipes and you know, other things. So I'm like, wow, that's just like perfect. All the uses. Because that was another thing they said is people during the Depression, they didn't throw anything out. Like they saved all of their jars, all of their bottles, all of that got saved and reused. What about you're just going to leave the creamy until it's fully melted?
Yeah. Well, it won't unhook. We're going to figure we play with it later. The whole container is stuck in there. I don't know what happened.
No.
Right. I figure, like I said, we'll just play with it later. Are you going to have enough there to do other also? Do I need to go get more containers or this will be good?
I think this could be good because remember, these paw prints are pretty big.
Right. Well, don't fill them all the way then.
Oh.
Oh, that's fine. Never mind. Or I was going to say we can go ahead and melt a couple of more bricks since we're sitting here anyways. And the cup's already dirty.
Well, it's already 8:30. We only got an hour to go.
Okay. That's fine. Because, y'all, this is a lot better for me eating these bricks than buying more lilies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we already have a big old basket full of them in the pantry. We just need to get back in the habit of melting these.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought we were also going to do a couple like in the skull or whatever.
Well, I know, but then I started doing these.
That's
the
fine.
skull was still full.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying even like the witch or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the bats.
Well, the witch would be hard, but now I'm out.
Well, as I said, we can just melt another one. What else are we doing?
Well, I'm trying to read comments, but I have to
All right.
this.
You win. I'll come sit back down.
I mean, if you want to pour them and melt them and all that, you're welcome to do it.
All right. You talked me into it.
But you'll have to pour them into the molds.
That's fine.
Place your bets now, everyone. All right, let's. Oh, let me clean that up.
What?
Messy.
Ah,
What?
you still got the skizzers?
No, you put them up.
Ah,
That's so good. All right. 22Q Cat said, heck yes. I will always fix something myself if I can. I look everything up on YouTube. I see it as a challenge and I get excited when I figure it out myself. Me too. Like it's like a sense of accomplishment when you can fix something yourself, and then especially knowing, you save money. Like I was so proud of us cleaning the air conditioning unit ourselves. And now it's like, now I know to do that. And now I can put on my calendar to do it like every March, get out there and clean that air conditioner. And it's like such a cheap, inexpensive way to keep up on the air conditioner, keep it running well. And it's something easy we can do. Like,
right?
I love that. Air Fried Audie said, Ninja Witch.
ah,
L Strange said, I make my own foaming soaps and Dawn Power Wash.
oh wow.
Now, the foaming soaps, I've heard it's just basically equal parts of soap and water. So do you just buy like the bulk soap and mix it with water? Or are you making like the soap? Give me your tip, Lisa. Rita's here. Hey, Rita. She said, finally home and about to jump on. I have 2, and they are usually both dirty because we use them so much. Oh, that's awesome.
Have 2
the
what?
Meat masher.
Oh, nice.
Well, I am so glad you're here.
I don't think this one needs to be nuked any longer.
Okay. Cynthia's here. Hey, Cynthia. She goes, hi, everyone. I'm going to be driving, but listening in.
Aww.
Love your lipstick. This is I think it's called like Midnight Black. I got it off of, it's kind of a gothy site called Killstar, and it's their lipstick, and yeah, it's solid black, but thank you. Rita said, grew up in Kansas, never had AC. We would spray water on the roof to cool down the mobile home.
Oh, wow.
Well, that is a way to cool things down. That's pretty interesting. L Strange said, drinking kefir right now. Love it so much. I know. I am loving the kefir. I am loving today, and I talked about my word report, but I made a kefir smoothie, y'all. So I've enjoyed doing those, kind of changing up the flavors. I've done second ferments with it. Like I told Heath, I said, we're now a kefir family. Like we're not buying sour cream ever again.
There's no need.
There's no need, because when you make kefir cheese, that is an awesome sour cream replacement.
I'm really liking the one you made with the ranch.
Yes, and that was because of L Strange. She was talking to me about, ranch, and I was like, I'm doing it right now.
It's really good.
Yeah, so we no longer waste. Like, I'm making the kefir myself. All I have to buy now is the milk every week, which if you saw my ward report, you saw the grocery haul, like getting a gallon of milk for $1.34. Like, I'm really saving by making the kefir. So I'm getting nutritious kefir that I can drink on the daily, and Heath as well. Plus, we are getting kefir cheese out of it, which we're allowed to do with the kefir but we're
able.
Repurposing the kefir cheese as that's our cream cheese for things that are cold. It's our sour cream, so we don't have to buy sour cream again. We use it for our different dips, so we don't have to buy mayo or again sour cream to make a dip, because we can use the kefir cheese. So I made ranch dip with it. I've made Raising Cane's copycat recipe with the kefir cheese. Just using the kefir cheese is just a topping.
Y'all see me every morning for my breakfast. I'm having that instead of my sliced cheese or my cube cheese.
Right. There's just so many great ways of using it. And I've made ice cream with it. Made a really good pumpkin ice cream with the kefir cheese. I have made dog treats with the kefir cheese and the regular kefir as well. I mean, there's just now it's like, okay, there's what we do. But when I'm making about 2 quarts a day, you find lots of ways to use it.
Oh, dog.
You running out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jackie's Keto Journey said the only time I went without AC was when I visited my great grandparents. If it didn't go over 100, it didn't turn on. It'd be 90 at night. I'd be sweating to death. Laugh out loud. I get you. It does get hot. Like when we were without air conditioner as a kid, the only thing that I would do is take a cold bath at night, wash my hair. That's where I got the habit of washing my hair every night, because going to bed with a nice cold wet head, it helped get you at least enough to cool down to go to sleep. Patty said, sounds nice. We only have one electric provider up here. Oh, that sucks. And what you could do is use the spatula to get it all the rest and scrape all that off. That really sucks. Only one electric provider? Oh. Rita said, same here, only one provider so they can charge more. My bill runs $130, $160 a month. I wish my bill was like that. Last month bill was $630. The month before that was $670. So I would gladly take $160.
That's our daily.
Yeah. Then the $600 I've been paying this summer. So it's been crazy, y'all.
You know what I'm thinking about also, though?
Mm-mm.
And making this and making some melting butter in it and everything, and making a few more things of creamies, like Ketochow, and get all that out of it. Unless you want to use that for your coffee.
I mean, I would have got the rest of that scraped off.
All right, hold on.
Island Bunny, which I'm guessing is Zenobia, said, half a day from Guam. Howdy. That's why I like these spatulas, because you could really scrape and get out the stuff.
Like I said, though, it's not gonna go to waste. I'll just make a creamy Ketochow in it.
Yeah, but
that's fine.
Oops.
You're a little more stubborn.
No, I just don't like wasting.
Okay. Again, the way I'm going to do it is not going to be a waste. I'm multi-purposing. That sounds like my phone just went off.
Oh. There you go. You want to lick that?
Oh, yeah. I love it when you ask me that.
Brenda said, I have some magnesium malate ordered. Oh, good. Yeah, I saw that post in the group, and I was going to say Heath has that, but I don't think, have you ever been prone to Charlie horses?
Yes. It's on his memory. It usually hits both of us when we're laying in bed the most.
Right.
But that's it.
You haven't had it in how long?
A couple of years, actually. I think that's
probably since you've been on the malate.
Probably.
Somebody, I think it was Overcoming Carbs, that's what they said is the malate helps with the Charlie horses.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was interesting.
Right.
I was like, well, yeah, Heath never gets them. TQ Cat said, yes, Heath, we care what meds you're putting in that little pill box. You know we're nosy like that. Air Fried Audie said, what is pouring in that jar, and is he measuring when you made your spice blend?
Oh, no, I didn't measure it. That's why I said it's a one-shot thing. I can never do it again. I found a whole bunch of different seasoning blends up there in the cabinet, and I got tired of a bunch of little onesie-twosies floating around like that, so I just made one blend together. And I'll do that on my burgers when I cook them on Sunday.
Mary T said, hey, Mary T. She goes,
Hey.
hi, everyone. Just popping in real quick. My granddaughter is on her way.
Awesome.
She set me up on Google Maps so I could watch her progress, and she's about 15 minutes out. So excited.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, that's great, Mary T.
I hope you'll have a good visit.
She goes, it's so fun watching her get closer. About a 6-hour drive through the mountains.
Oh, wow.
So also a great safety feature when she is on her own.
Right?
Yeah, that's good. Air Fried Audie said, middle note, Sid heats some Goo Gone for his container to get the sticky off. We actually have Goo Gone.
I do. I use it on my cabinets all the time. But it's just a plastic container. I'm going to throw it out anyways. It's going straight into recycling because that's what I do every Friday night when we cut off. I go load it because it runs first thing Saturday morning. So.
Air Fried Audie said, laugh aloud. Do y'all need a new label from the kitchen of HungryHeath? Mystery Burger Spice Mix.
No, it's going to be a one and done thing. Next time it'll be something different.
It'll be another new mystery.
Right.
Sharon
just put 3 X's on it. What? Well, no, because you see that before, like in the movies and in the cartoons and stuff they put on the liquor bottles.
It's 3 X?
Yeah.
I thought it was just an X.
Oh, that's fine too.
I don't know. Correct me, y'all.
Mine out of the gutter.
What show is he watching? And Friday he said, we had all the hippie cereal, the kind that I think gave me TMG and homemade granola.
Oh.
Oh, right. Because that's cheap, right?
Right.
Mary T said, Mommy's Mess was the original hamburger helper.
Mommy's Mess? I like that.
Yeah, she talked about it in the group chat. I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Rita said, in my home, goulash was spaghetti with any noodles, not spaghetti noodles.
Right.
Oh, right. Just whatever noodles you get a hold of.
Right.
Shauna
but you had cut little sausages in it, remember? No, hot dogs.
Right. Yeah, spaghetti with hot dogs. Now I got to try that.
No, we don't eat the noodles.
Shauna said they have no energy eating only veg, right? It's easy to be like, well, we'll just sit outside all day. As well, we can only get enough energy from the sun. That's it. Rickwood said, I don't mind watching plant-based people. Sometimes they have good ideas for fixing their veg. I mean, that's true. They do have some, good, like the one I was watching, she had some good sounding recipes, like fall recipes that I was interested in doing. Brenda said, those vegetarians are so calm because they have no energy.
Well, that's why I say I eat a plant-based diet. All my animals eat plants.
Witch Police said, I just made my homemade marinade for the skirt steak and made a cream sauce with some as well. They'll swim in that till tomorrow. They're taking a long bath, right?
Nice.
I hope you share in our Facebook group.
Right.
Shauna said, I just took a bite of Bell's Brownie batter, a.k.a. beef guts brick.
That's what I use for this.
Yeah. Radical Geek said, yeah, I like the Bell's Brownie keto bricks. Because I asked everybody.
Oh, okay.
Brenda F. said, I've had a dozen Bell's Brownies. So yummy.
It really is.
Patty said, Meat Dad is a great channel for meats. Oh, we'll have to look that up. Shauna said, Shelly, you need to hang your Halloween hoop in here where we can see it. Yeah, I should. I've got it because I had a perfect place by our entryway, and that's where I have it hung up. Then that way we get to see it every day when we go outside to check the mail or whatever. Patty said, I like Bell's Brownie. Yeah.
This stuff's really good.
Rita said, try them at KetoCon. They were okay, but I don't particularly like brownies. I mean, that makes sense. If you're not a brownie fan or a chocolate fan, you're probably not going to enjoy the Bell's Brownie. Haley's here. Hey, Haley. She said, hi, everyone. I'm so sorry I haven't been here in a while. I've had so much happen. I'm currently wearing a halter monitor on my chest so they can watch my heart rhythm. Oh, I'm sorry, Haley, but I'm glad you're here. And she said, the baby is fine and we'll find out the gender soon. Oh, how exciting. Well, I'm glad you made it.
You think that'll work?
Ooh, that's kind of scary. No, because look, that one's about to pour out. I'm going to put those first.
Yeah. We got to be a little more strategic.
Right? Well, those you could probably pop out now. Yeah, they're hard, and you can add it to the other. Carrie said, I keep peroxide at home. When I was in the medical field, we used it all the time for cleaning blood, right? Yeah. I love these skulls, y'all. That is so cute. They just turned out so perfect. The eyes and everything. I love it.
See, no, it
spilt. Nope. You got to do that one. Well, you might not use this plate. You might have to use something else.
Oh, you know what I can do? I know exactly what I can do.
Oops.
This is cooled off now.
Yeah. And you can just put them in the other fridge.
Yeah.
I love these. They're so cute. My skellies. Get that seasoning over all of them. And then I'm buying tomatoes tomorrow so we can make our caprese salad.
And some basil.
And, oh, well, we'll see. I didn't configure basil.
Well, we have some dried.
We can Aldi.
We have some dried already.
Yeah, but I'll make a caprese salad.
And we can just season it with it.
It'll be a haunting salad.
Awesome. I'll put these out in the. These got to go to the beer fridge.
Yeah.
I got to go out there anyway, so you can put the stuff to the street. So I'll just do it all at once. It's not gonna hurt nothing for them to sit there.
Jackie said, Bell's brownie is the only one I just bite chunks out of the brick. I need to melt it down into candy bites.
Right.
Yes.
That's what we did. Now, see, I want to do another one now.
Brenda F said, well, come on.
She said, come on.
Sometimes it doesn't want to. Just seen a commercial for gourmet licorice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Carrie said, I'm going to bed, everyone. I have food distribution at the church in the morning. Well, good night, Carrie. Have a good weekend. See you Sunday. El Strange said, 3 tablespoons body wash and warm water for foaming soaps.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, let's do that. She said, the boys and I fixed our dryer. The switch that knows the door is shut broke off. I was ready to buy a new one, but then looked at the YouTube and a $5 fix.
Nice.
That is awesome.
It is.
And then, that is great that you're involving your boys because they're learning important skills.
Right.
And then you're teaching them, hey, when something breaks, you don't just go and spend money on something new. You can fix it and get more use out of it, for hopefully another few years.
Right.
Because, appliances are just so expensive. And what is awful about an appliance is it seems like they always break at the most inconvenient time, right? Certain times of the year, they'll have really good sales on certain appliances. And that's when you want to buy it. But then when it breaks, usually isn't that time, right? So then you're forced to pay more. Whereas if you can learn to fix something to be okay, if whatever that fix is, well, this will buy me, 6 months to a year, then you kind of plan it out and be researching and then be okay, according to Google, it says the best time of year to buy a dishwasher is the month of April. I'm making BS up. But, you Google it and find out what's the cheapest price for whatever appliance. And you'd be okay, I just need this to last. And then come April, I can then get the one I want and save that money. And in the meantime, you can be watching that price, and then you'll know how much of a deal you're getting.
Right.
Jackie's Keto Journey said, I used to wear black nail polish and lipstick. I always hated that it never stayed. The lipstick would fade and the polish would chip in 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I have to say, this lipstick, I mean, you could see even after eating. I mean, a little bit here on the inside, right? But overall, it stays pretty well. Nail polish, I think what it is, I am so hard on my nails and hands that no matter what nail polish and the nail salon, like, they always chip because I'm constantly like washing my hands, I'm cleaning this, I'm doing that. So it just.
So sit down and be still and you'll quit breaking your nails.
Okay, well, then I'll just give you the list of everything to do.
Yeah, and I'll get right on it.
The same day?
Yeah, I'll file it.
You're going to file it?
Yeah.
Where are you going to file it?
Over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just here to help.
Oh, yeah. And then when I give you a list, you're like, oh, I don't want to do all of that. I'm like, well, but it's got to get done. Okay. But yeah, I'm terrible on nails. Patty said, has he found a way he likes to drink it yet?
No, I'm not impressed.
With what?
The kefir.
Oh.
I just drink it so she'll leave me alone. Every day she's like, drink this. I'm like, all right. I love it as a cheese. I just don't like it as a drink.
And is it the flavor or the texture? Or both? Both.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the flavor that you don't like?
There's not one. That's part of the problem. That's why I was never a big fan of milk either.
Oh. Well, because I have before, like, we've been adding the blueberries.
Yeah, it didn't help.
No.
It's like a LaCroix.
I mean, I've heard, this something else I heard is that you can add extracts.
Okay.
And you let it sit for 24 hours, and the extract will really flavor it.
Okay. We can try it.
Okay. Because I did put one in that has lemon extract. So you'll have to see if you like that any better.
Okay. Because like I said, I never liked drinking just regular milk before either. I only used it, for cooking or like if I made chocolate milk or something like that.
Well, and didn't I do cocoa ones for you?
Yeah, it was okay. I'm just saying, if it was something like if I'm thirsty and I'm gonna go get something into the drink, it's not the first choice I want to make.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you feel like when you get up, I put one of the kombuchas in here. You want to split it with me?
Yeah, sure.
Well, there you go. I enjoy drinking it. Today's, I did really well. Like, I'm playing with doing it as a smoothie just to kind of change things up a little more so they can read the flavors right there.
So every one of these she's bought, I have liked.
I know. I really like the GTs as well. Ooh, look at all that at the bottom, y'all.
Do you need to shake that?
Yeah.
Just don't break it. Shake it, don't break it.
I like the G. I have to say, so I agree with Donna Schwink on it. I like the GT's kombucha a lot. I also like the Element. So it's really, the Element I enjoy a lot that's in a can, but the GTs, they just have really good flavors. And then I last week found at Sprouts where they make a yogurt called Coco Yo. GT's Coco Yo. They have a pumpkin spice one. And in fact, I'm going back to Sprouts tomorrow just to get the pumpkin spice. I hope they still have it in stock because last week when I was there, they only had like 2, and I bought one of them because I was like, I don't know. Whatever that yogurt, it was incredible. Like the flavor and the texture was so different than any other yogurt, and it was almost like it came alive in my mouth. Like it just had this. It was like a fizzy, thick yogurt. Like when I was, it's a thick regular yogurt, but and it has all of the live probiotics in it. But when I was tasting it, I was like it just, like in my mouth, it felt like it was fizzy. It's just a weird description for yogurt, but it was so good. And oh my gosh, I just loved it. And it was just like kind of like a whipped yogurt, the texture. Now, I love the pumpkin spice. They do have other flavors, like they have a chocolate, a mango, a peach, a strawberry. Clean ingredients. But right now it is kind of pricey. So it's like $6 a jar, and the jar is 2 servings. So it is definitely a luxury item that I'm working into the budget. But it is so good, y'all. I really love that yogurt.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm fading.
I want to drink some of that. That's so good. Okay. Lisa says, the Dawn Power Wash, you reuse the spray bottle, 1/4 of a cup of dish soap, 1/4 of a cup of alcohol, and then the rest is water.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's awesome. Well, I'll have to look into making that. Air Fried Auntie said, before I had my window AC, I built a YouTube AC styrofoam cooler.
Oh, wow.
Elbow pipe, fan, duct tape, and a bowl of ice. Wow, that is so awesome, Shauna.
That is.
That is great. Haley said, what's everyone been doing today? How's everyone doing?
Working.
Yeah, working. We both worked.
Yeah.
But it's been a great day for us. Well, I guess for myself.
Yeah.
I don't know about Heath. How was your day at work?
It was fine. Same old, same old.
Better than the 2-hour phone calls yesterday you had?
That doesn't bother me, honestly, because I'm paid by the hour. So whether I'm on that call for an hour, 1 call for a whole hour or 30 calls that whole hour, and I get paid the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
So,
but
I don't have a quota, so.
But overall, you had a good day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. Every day is good.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I just love what I do at work. So, and it's been like pretty slow this week, so that's been kind of nice. But then at the same time, I feel like I kind of get bored if I don't have something to do.
Because like one of them yesterday, in fact, I don't know how she did it, but she it was a brand new microwave, and she had it set on military time, and it was just driving her nuts. And she however she did it, she lost the manual to it, even though we gave it to her at the install. She can't find it. So I was searching Google for it, and every time I found one I could read to her, it wanted me to download it. But I can't download it because it's a company computer. I can't just.
But she can.
Right. But she didn't want to do all that. So I told her, I said, look, just go mash the button. And there's a clock button. And that's all I said. And then hold it down for a second. She goes, what? I said, yeah. What are you going to do? It's already stuck on military mode. What's it going to not?
Right.
So she did it. And when it clicked over to the standard time, she's like, oh my goodness. She started flipping out, yelling and screaming. She was so happy. I was like.
Whereas Renee would be like, no, I want that military time.
Well, yeah, but still.
Which Please said, actually, calcium and potassium play the biggest role in muscles.
Oh, okay.
Like the heart and all muscles contracting and relaxing. So if you have heart issues, definitely check with your doctor before adding any of these supplements. Oh.
That's why I was telling you, I think I'm going to enjoy this job better too, because a lot of it's in my wheelhouse too, dealing with all the the house stuff.
Right. So even for Charlie horses, because I don't know if you saw where Brenda had posted that in our group, the HungryHorde headquarters, but a lot of people were like, yeah, check potassium and check magnesium for Charlie horses. And I always heard it was both that play a hand in Charlie horses. So I'm just interested your thoughts on that. Jackie Skeeto Journey said he went after dark.
Wow.
Y'all.
I mean, sunrise.
this morning, I'm getting ready for work, and I just walk into the kitchen, to refill my water to start my day. And this one, y'all.
What did I do?
You were all eyeing me, and you were like, man, you look good. And I was like, in this whole thing, I was wearing just an old nightgown because I work at home. What, am I embarrassing you?
No.
And he's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, this t-shirt, basically, it's like a t-shirt nightgown. And he's all like, oh, yeah.
I'm sorry I'm in love with my wife.
No, don't apologize. I was just like...
You're making it sound silly, though.
It wasn't silly.
Now I'm going to have to eat all this cheese to make up for it.
I had to tell my work sister because I was just like...
You have to tell everybody?
I didn't tell everybody.
Can we ever have secrets?
Yeah. But I was just astounded because I was like, I didn't feel like I looked any certain way. It's just an old nightgown, and he's all like, I was like, really? Like, it's only 7:30 in the morning. What's
that old? I think it was Jeff Foxworthy's thing. He's like, well, Marge was vacuuming the rug in her nice nightgown or whatever. She'd been over to get a spot, and he goes, oh, I can watch Bonanza anytime.
Wow. So yes. Oh, here we go. Rickwood did say that, yes, it was Triple X was on the moonshine bottle in cartoons.
See? I'm not crazy.
And El Strange backed her up and said, yeah, it was XXX for liquor. Okay. Sorry, my mind went somewhere else. Let's see. Everybody talking back and forth. And Jackie said, I hate the Bell's brownies so much. I bought 45 the last time they were available.
Wow.
You were like, yeah.
Super fan.
Just give them all to me. Which Please said, I love that you can do it with block cheese. That opens up so many possibilities.
And Renee, that's the one that's the 32-ounce block from HEB. That's
Hill County. Hill Country or Hill County Fair?
Hold on. Let me see. I'll tell you for sure.
It's the cheap one.
Yeah.
That's what we buy. Air Fried Audie said, what can you do that we're making the cheese molds? It's like the block of mozzarella that's like, I think it's $7.29 at HEB. Air Fried Audie said, I'm loving my new salad shooter for grating my own cheese.
Yeah, it's the Hill Country Fair.
Yeah, the Hill Country Fair mozzarella. And I'm pretty sure, there it goes. I'm pretty sure it was $7.29 for that block.
If you had an app, you could look at it on your phone.
But I already know because I have a good memory.
We used to buy the big block at Costco, but it was always very, very watery. And it was really hard to like shred it and everything. But this is low moisture. It's easy to work with too.
Island Bunny says Typhoon just missed us.
Oh, good.
Woo, didn't turn into a super typhoon until it was well out to sea.
Good.
I am so glad, Zenobia. I love your new name, though. That's so cute. Shauna said, oh, my God, I was thinking that was Brits. Forgot about the cheese. Laugh out loud, even though it was a different color.
She's been drinking, huh?
Uh-huh. Which Please said, just measure out some olive oil and throw some dry basil in it to let it hydrate. Oh, that's true. And flavor in the morning or tonight. Maybe even add some sofrito so it'll be full of flavor for your salad tomorrow. We don't have any more sofrito.
Or salad.
And Trader Joe's didn't have the sofrito anymore.
Maybe we need to hit up another one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Or maybe when you're in there again, just straight up ask them if they're going to stop selling it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I wish you could check in their app like you can for HEB and Kroger.
Right? Or Aldi.
Yeah.
Or no, not Aldi. I'm talking about Sprouts.
Yeah, or Sprouts. Jackie's Keto Journey said, our washer electronic board broke.
Oh, no.
Jim was able to find a part for $100, and it's working like new. Handyman rocked. I actually diagnosed the issue, though, so I did the hard part. Yes,
Remember?
you did.
That's how I fixed the smoker too, though.
Right. And yeah, you did the hard part. And Jackie, you could have easily done that part yourself. You were just letting Jim participate.
Plus, you could always apply, like I say, I have people for that.
That's right.
I put my minions on it.
L Strange said, Sesh Vit is the best top coat to get your polished look and fly.
Oh,
okay.
What are we not learning from Lisa tonight?
I know.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Jackie said, are you two going to try to play it for KPL 2024 or Alaska 2025? So I'm just going to say it now. We're not going to be doing Alaska.
No.
Not through the low carb cruise. We
No.
might eventually do Alaska, but we've already done Alaska 3 times.
Twice. She's got one on me.
Here's my thing. I have preferred cruise line.
Yes.
Right? There are certain cruise lines I like. So,
and honestly, I'm just going to play it out there. The next cruise we do, 99% chance it's going to be Virgin.
Yeah.
That's what we really, really want.
We really want to try Virgin. I just like how all the other cruise lines, even Princess, which is was my favorite. They've made so many changes.
And then nickel and dime you.
Ever since COVID that I'm not a fan of that. And so far with Virgin, they haven't done all of that. And I like their format. And plus it's adults only. I like all of that.
Wi-Fi's included.
Right. But the only thing is they're limited on where they go. That's the drawback. So for the cruise, since we've already done Alaska several times, if I do Alaska again, there is a certain itinerary I want to do. There is a certain time of year I want to do it. So and if I'm going to spend that kind of money, because Alaska is not cheap, y'all. Like you're talking for 2 people with airfare and a balcony, I mean, easily $5,000. And
a piece?
No, for 2 people.
Total.
$5,000's a lot of money. And if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I love hanging out with everybody, but I want to do the kind of cruise I want to do.
But that's just the cruise too. Then you got to also factor in all the stuff we want to do off the cruise, all the excursions.
All the excursions, right. So, and then plus hotel and all of that stuff. So it's just like where she's going, she said they're planning late May or June. I have done Alaska, April, May, and June. What was that?
Delilah just sneezed.
Oh, okay. I don't want to do Alaska that time of a year again. My goal is I want to do Alaska so I can hopefully see the Northern Lights.
Yes.
Which means it's going to be towards the end of September, like the last cruise of the season. That's what I'm going for. Plus, that's usually cheaper because your highest time for cruising Alaska really begins the end of May, especially June, July, and August.
That's when everybody's off.
Most people who do Alaska cruises are families because it is such a big expense and a big thing. You'll have generations going. So you'll have the grandparents and, all the way to the grandkids or sometimes great-grandkids.
3 or 4 generations in one trip.
Right. Because it's like, that's like a lot of people look at
bucket
Disney
list
World
stuff.
Is a big family vacation. The same thing with Alaska. Yeah, like he said, it's a bucket list. So the cruise lines know, and they jack the prices up. You're going to have peak season prices June, July, and August.
It's a destination thing.
Right. Your lowest prices for Alaska are always going to be April and September. Because again, most families, those are school times. Most families aren't going to go then. It's also either April's going to be the very beginning of the season, which is kind of, it's risky. You never know. You don't know what the weather's going to be like. You don't know what stores will be open, what pass will be available. Like we've gone before in April where we didn't get to do the train through the Yukon because there was a blockage on the train tracks. So it was closed. And then September is the very end of the season. Things are getting colder.
They're shutting down.
Yeah, and some of the stores aren't going to be open because it's the end of the season. They're done. They had their season. They're closing up shop. But a lot of that stuff, I don't need to like see again. Like I don't need to do the Yukon pass again. I've already done it 3 times.
Right.
Different things like that. I don't need to do again. So it's like, well, if I'm going to pay, I want specific things and I want a specific cruise line. I really like Princess for Alaska. Like they've been voted #1 for Alaska for a reason. And the thing is, with Princess on sea days, when they would have the whole conference on Princess cruises, that's when they have all of the educational talks, all of the different events are on sea days. So I would want to be participating in that.
Because you know how they have the announcements that the crew and the what's his name? The captain makes all of his announcements and stuff. Well, they actually have on Princess during that time on sea days, they actually have a naturalist take the mic and she does talks as you're sailing through certain areas, teaching you about things.
Right.
It's actually very, very awesome.
Yeah, the scenic part. So, and I don't know how Royal is when it comes to Alaska, what they do on sea days, because my experience has always been either Carnival or Princess.
Right.
And I know their sea days are packed with stuff to do. So it's like, well, if I'm going to do a low carb cruise, then I really wouldn't get to do
experience Alaska,
the cruise part because I want to be doing all the Alaska stuff, which means then, yeah, other than hanging out with everyone, what am I paying all the fees for?
Right.
Like, I feel like you could just organize a cruise, kind of like 2 Crazy Ketos are doing, and be like, hey, who wants to just go hang out on a cruise for a week?
And we could do that at Galveston, though.
Well, I'm saying,
you know what I mean, though?
if you wanted that and not have to do the conference. So
that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, we won't be doing that one because it's just like.
And then honestly, with KPL, the thing with that, honestly, for us, because we're in Houston, for us to get to KPL, for all we had to pay and everything, and for the same price, we can go on a cruise.
Well, and
that's the way I look at it.
I'm doing the budget for next year. So I'm trying to factor in it because it sounds like she's pretty much going to do next year. So I'm trying to see if we can budget that in for 2024. So we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, I would enjoy being able to go again and hang out with everyone.
Because I really do, y'all. I love the way she bills it as a family reunion because that's really what it feels like. So I was kind of tore up that we didn't go this year. And seeing everybody's pictures and everything like that, it kind of hit me a little bit. But I was then looking at the money too, though. To spend the same amount for 3 days versus a 7-day cruise, I'm kind of like, maybe I'm just being silly, but.
Well, so we just have to see what's in the budget and see that. And then plus, I don't know how all Heath's PTO works.
Right. We're still working on that because I'm not eligible to any of that for the first 90 days.
So. Right. Well, by next year, you'll be in it. But we'll have to see. Like, I don't know how fast is the cruise.
Right.
And all of that. But yeah, I know if we do KPL, we'll have to have the dogs.
Right.
We'll have to drive there. So we'll have to factor, so
we're going to have to rent a hotel or an Airbnb again because that hotel she gets will not take our dogs.
Right.
So,
but IHG properties pretty much will take our dogs. Our jogs
too.
So like, I'm really happy with Candlewood Suites and, Holiday Inns. I've had good stays with them. So, and I know there are several right there in Louisville. So that would be easy to know to get that, but I have to factor all of that in. Like, I know when we went last year, we ended up spending $2,000 by the time we bought the tickets for the event, driving there, the hotel expenses, the food.
And that was even being frugal on the food too, though.
Huh?
That was even being frugal with the food too, because we carried the Hot Logic thing, and cooked in the car.
Right, but that's ended up being so. It's just kind of like, okay, we got to factor all of that in because and then having the time off work because driving there takes
So
a
2 or
couple
3
days.
days. Yeah.
It takes 2 days.
Yeah.
Hightailing it back and forth because it's 14 hours altogether. So we try to split that over 2 days. So yeah, just factoring all that in, but I'm definitely doing that. So I would say at this point,
we missed y'all though. Seriously.
KPO 24 is a hopeful maybe.
Right.
Let's put it that way. Hopeful maybe. We're it's in the plans. I'm trying to make it work for the budget for next year. So fingers crossed that all works out. Which Please said came alive in my mouth.
Oh wow.
Which Please said, so you talked yourself out of buying that yogurt yesterday? I told you. What?
Out of buying the yogurt?
What do you mean buying the yogurt?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna get the yogurt. Like I said, you went way under budget before. I feel like sometimes you've been under, you can justify seasonal splurges that aren't available all year.
Right.
I mean, that's true. Elstray said, or hand crank. Haley said, I'm glad you guys had a good day. My day was stressful. Was at the hospital for most of it. Got home, started making a baby registry because I feel like I'm running out of time and have nothing yet. Aww. Well, that's so sweet, Haley. Well, when is the baby due? And Brenda laughed. And Renee said, yes, for Charlie horses, low potassium and low calcium cause severe muscle cramps. Without getting too nerdy and not trying to play anyone's family doc, talk to your doc because if there's an imbalance and you have cardiac issues, it goes supplementing too much of either could cause serious issues. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I see. I think mine though, but I thought magnesium also played with that because I know used to it was a potassium issue. Now I think because I have bacon so often and bacon is good with potassium, that's fine. And I find the calm helps me a lot. But somebody had mentioned that you need magnesium malate. And then that made me think, I was like, well, I mean, I don't take it, but I was like, Heath hasn't gotten any Charlie horses since I can't remember when. And he does take malate. So I thought
it's weird because the only time I ever get them is when I'm laying in bed and sometimes when I roll on my side.
But how long has that been? You said a couple years.
Yeah. Well, no, I got one a couple of days ago, but as soon as I roll back over, I'm fine. It's just weird.
Okay. That is
What
weird.
are you doing? That noise you heard? That was my phone.
No, it was this one.
Okay.
It said that your Rockstar energy drinks have been delayed. And I'm like, no, they.
Well, that's why. Okay, yeah. We made an order. Delivered. We got an order from Sam's. It said it was coming in on the 12th. Then I got an email saying it's coming in on the 13th.
Yeah.
But then it arrived on the 12th. That's the one I was showing you. It was dented.
Yeah.
So that'd be awesome if they get us another one.
They just messaged and said that it's being delayed. That'd be hilarious if they sent another one.
Especially if there's no extra fee.
L Strange said her Trader Joe's has it. Oh, well then I guess I just need to travel to Austin tomorrow.
I'll go with you.
You work.
Achoo.
Which Please said, okay, so then just add some basil to some olive oil. And you said we had basil.
You want me to get it and go check, make sure? Oh, we look later.
Yeah, we can look afterwards. But yeah, we could do that. That'd
because
be so good.
Because a lot of times what we do, y'all, is we have the food, the dehydrator. When we buy in fresh herbs, we'll use it for recipe. If we have any left over, we'll dehydrate it and put it in little containers and use it.
Yeah.
For cooking, for stuff like this.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what we have up there.
Probably.
Yeah.
L Strange says she wants to try Princess.
Come on, let's go.
I love Princess, but I preface that by saying it has been 4 years since I've been on Princess, and I know just recently they made a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Ben and David did a full review and disclosure about that, and I know they were not happy with the changes. So that kind of makes me wonder, like, would I still like Princess with these changes?
Predominantly, all of our cruises have been with Princess, ours together anyways. And that world cruise we went on where she got sick earned us a bunch of points with them too.
Yeah, so we have top status.
Yeah, we have top status with them. So we were really excited about it. But the way they structure it now leaves a lot to be desired. So we're kind of about it now.
And then
because a lot of their add-ons they give you are stuff we're not interested in. It's like a drink package or sodas or what was the other one?
Well, now
the free desserts and stuff I don't eat.
Right. Yeah, because now they do a bundled package, so you can't just buy. Well, I don't know. I can't say you can't just buy, but they offer a bundle package where you get the Wi-Fi, the drink package, free desserts daily, different things like that all together for a nominal fee. And it's just like, but I don't want all of that stuff. Like all I want's the internet.
Right.
And I didn't research to see, well, can you just buy the internet because it's not time for us to go on a cruise anytime soon. Right. So it's like, well, I'm not going to spend hours researching all this. And
plus, once we start searching it, digging into it, it's going to make us want to go on a cruise.
Right.
So we kind of, put it on the back burner for right now.
Right. So
we may be building it up worse than it actually is,
and we'll just see.
Yeah.
It's just like used to when I first started going on Carnival, I thought it was the best thing ever for the price and everything. And over the years, they've made a lot of changes because they're like the industry leader. And so whatever Carnival does and everybody else wants to do, which Princess is under Carnival too. But anyways, and so it's just kind of like, that's why I really like Virgin's model, because they're trying to set themselves apart from all of the standard ones. So they're making it to where it's like, yeah, you're not buying these different packages. You know what? If you sell with us, we already include the Wi-Fi. We already include the drink, the soda package. You don't have to buy a dining package. Like all of our food you get. We don't do a main dining room. We only do specialty restaurants, and it's all included. Like a lot of their stuff is very appealing to me in the style that I cruise. And I think that's just, you have to figure out what you enjoy about cruising. Like I know a lot of people have never been on cruises before. So, the low carb cruise might be their only experience. And I mean, that's awesome. And if that's what you enjoy, that is great. Sometimes I feel like in our case, when you have done a lot of cruises, and we've talked about this, like on the last Princess cruise, we were talking to some of the people that we had gone on the world with us, and we caught them on this last cruise. And we were just talking about things, and it's kind of like when you've cruised a lot, you kind of have this
standard you're used to.
Right. And when those standards change, you get kind of dismayed because you're like, no, I know what to expect, and I know what my value is. So when you change things, and then you kind of get used to certain ways things are done. And, like every cruise line has their different, I guess, themes. Like I just really, some people absolutely love Royal. That's great for them. I've been on 3 Royal cruises. Honestly, y'all, between us, Royal's not, I don't care for Royal. I honestly just don't like the cruise line. I don't like the layout of their ships. I don't like the way they run things. It's just not me. It's not my type of cruising.
Speaking of, this is just straight up first world problems, right? We're complaining about
cruises. I mean, it is. And again, if your only experience and your only option is a low carb cruise, that is great for you. Go for it. I'm not going to yuck your yum. That's great for you. My personal, just like we all make our personal decisions with food, like sometimes we'll have a sweet potato. Some people are like, no, those are off limits for me. That's fine. Y'all make your choice. I have sailed, with Princess, with Carnival, with Royal,
Norwegian?
No, I never went Norwegian.
No, there's one other one I've never done, but you did. I can't remember what it's called.
I know.
You're drawing a blank now too. When we log off tonight, she'll remember it.
Right.
That's
I
the way
feel
it
like
goes.
there's one more. But anyways, and you see each cruise line kind of does like they're formatted or themed a certain way. Their ships are laid out a certain way. They have certain designs.
They
Like
cater to a
Carnival-
certain kind of clientele too.
Right. And Carnival does a lot of their ships in the format of different artists. Like it'll have a Cezanne theme. And then princess ships are just very over the top elegant and like that old world design. And then some cruise lines and honestly like Royal and Carnival, they really gear up for those huge massive ships, whereas like Princess and some of the nicer lines, they're geared towards more of a smaller ship. I like a smaller ship. I don't need to have 10,000 people on a ship. Like I like the around 3,000, 2 to 3,000 is a good size ship for me. And then, yeah, I like the elegance of Princess. Like it lives up to its name. Because to me, if the line is called Princess, it should be Princess quality, right?
Yeah.
I like the layout of a Carnival cruise. Like the way they lay their ships out just kind of makes sense to me. And then, of course, with Princess, like I get on any Princess ship. And that's what I like is Princess and Carnival. You get on almost any of them and you get your way around real easy. So I like those. That's why I want to try Virgin. All the reviews I've seen, I'm like, I think I would enjoy the design of their ship. I kind of seems like the atmosphere is nice. The food quality seems above and beyond. Like it reminds me of the food quality when I started cruising 20 years ago. Like back then, it was just Michelin star quality. Nowadays, I mean,
A lot of times, y'all, this will make me sound real bougie, but I really liken the main dining room stuff to going to Golden Corral. It's the same food quality.
Yeah, I was just very disappointed.
Even in the main dining room, yeah.
Yeah, the main dining room and
not just a buffet, not just the buffet, because that's what Golden Corral is, but it's the same quality of food.
Yeah, in the service.
Yeah.
I mean, Shauna, you were there. What did you think of the service in the main dining room? There was just so many things, and I'm just like, for that kind of price, if I'm going to be shelling out $5,000 to $6,000 for a cruise, it better dang sure pay that kind of value.
Like I said, maybe I'm just being bougie, but right. I just feel like for the money.
Again, we've gone on lots of cruises,
and we know what they can be.
Right. So and we've been fortunate enough to do that.
Yeah.
If you're someone that has never cruised, or maybe the only cruise you've done is a low carb cruise, I could definitely see where you would enjoy that and love that and want to do it over and over again. And you would be okay with it. Again, it's hard when you have experience doing something and you try different things. It's kind of like if you have a favorite steakhouse you go to and somebody said, oh, this other steakhouse is equally or even better. And you're like, okay, I'll try it. And you're like, no, the whole time you're comparing and you're like, that one does this, this, and this, and this. And so it's kind of like, it's an uphill battle when you're used to a certain way and you try something different. Like they really have to go above and beyond to wow you.
Right.
So, and I'm not knocking. Again, I'm not knocking.
Personal preference.
Right. Personal preference. Some people, obviously, Royal is very successful. Some people freaking love Royal and they're top tier and they'll always go on it. That is great. If that's what you love, go for it.
In my last job, my supervisor, that was her favorite line. Her and her family, that was their family vacation. Was a Virgin. I mean, a Royal.
Yeah, some people absolutely love Royal, and again, if that's you, that great. I mean, then you're gonna love the low carb cruise because they always use Royal, so you will enjoy that immensely. If you've never cruised before, you'll still have a great time. Yeah. It's just
we had a great time on the low carb cruise. It's just for our next cruise, we just want something different.
Right.
Because of the finances and the time off.
Yeah.
We can only fit in one cruise a year, so let's make it our cruise.
Right. Which Please said, oh, I bet you want to try a Virgin. Jackie said, I want to schedule for the low carb cruise, but not going through the low carb cruise. I want the people. I don't need the speakers and swag. Yeah, and see, that's kind of how I feel too. Like, I feel like we kind of talked about it too, but like Two Crazy Ketos is doing a get together cruise. Like, I would be totally okay with that, and that might be something. Like, if we finally decide to do a Virgin cruise, which, I mean, it's not going to be, definitely won't be in 24. It's a low probability for 25. But if we do a cruise, like, I would organize and tell you, like, I would have, Virgin has their own travel agent. So I would just say, hey, we're going to go on this date. If anybody wants to join us, then we'll have get-togethers all week, and maybe we can plan excursions or whatever together. Here's the information if you want to go, and not have to deal with, speakers. Like, we do what you want on that day, and we'd just be together where, maybe we could tell the cruise line, hey, everybody that's in the group have the same dining locate. Well, we couldn't even do that on Virgin because you make reservations,
right?
Then you can reserve and say, oh, okay. Hey, there's a party of 10.
Yeah.
We want to go to, the Mexican restaurant on this night.
Right.
And just chill out and just enjoy doing those things, and, maybe doing excursions or, just hanging out. Renee's laughing. Shauna's laughing. Jackie's laughing. Renee said, we spent $5,000 for an airfare, personal tour guide, stay, food, and all for a week in Egypt. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's nice.
See?
But how long ago was that? Because that's the thing, too. Airfare
it's crazy
has gone up so much. It is just so expensive now. L. Strange said, you should be a travel agent, Shelly. I mean, I've thought about it, but again, I'm just not very forceful. But any questions, if y'all ever have any questions, want any advice, I'm more than happy to help you. Just reach out and I'll answer anything. I can tell you about anything when it comes to cruising. Shauna said, where does Virgin go? So right now, Virgin in the States is only out of Florida, Miami, and it either does the Caribbean or San Juan?
No.
Yeah, San Juan. So you can either do like a round trip Caribbean, or you could go to do like along that way, but end in San Juan, or vice versa, San Juan to the U.S. Or I shouldn't say U.S., it's U.S., but San Juan to Miami. So and that's
they have
what
their own
do.
Private island also.
Yeah, in most of their cruises, one of the ports is going to be their private island. So that's here in the U.S.
And there again, now that's all included also. All the eating on that and stuff.
Right.
It's still all included also.
And then now they are bigger in Europe because, of course, they're
headquartered there.
Yeah. And so the one I really want to do.
Yes.
Really want to do is the Mediterranean Greek Virgin cruise. That's the one I want to do.
Please. When we win the lottery, we're definitely
bucket
doing
list.
that.
I want to go to Santorini.
Yes.
And I want to go to Greece. I want to see the
Parthenon.
Yeah, I want to go to all of that over there. So I really, really, really want to do that. So they do a lot of European cruises. So then you would have to fly there.
Yeah.
And then do, the 7-day cruise.
And the flight probably costs more than the cruise.
Yeah, that exactly. When I looked it up, the flight was more than the cruise itself.
Right.
Which if European, you're going to get good rates if you're there.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I really love, that's the one I want to do. So if all goes well, I mean, maybe that's something we could do in late 25 and then be like, hey, if you want to go to the Mediterranean, come join us on this cruise.
All aboard with the horde.
I don't know how many people would sign up for that, but
they gotta go out.
That is my dream. Is
Sammy,
to do
come on.
a Greek tour, a Greek cruise. That's on my bucket list.
Want the flashlight?
Air fried Audie said, Captain Stubby, laugh out loud.
Delilah, come on, baby.
Ella Strange says, is the low carb cruise for 23 sold out?
Sammy, come on.
You mean for 25?
Delilah.
She just now is taking deposits. Oh, Rhonda Clark. Hey, Rhonda.
Howdy.
She said, evening heat.
Come on, guys.
So right. The year I went, I spent almost $1,000 for everything. Yeah, for the KPL. Like, it adds up. It is. Like, and everything is just money, money, money. El Strange said, need bed. Let's see. Everybody talking back and forth. Ronnie said, oh, the timing of the low carb 24 is my month in, so I won't be able to go, but I am going on the 2KK 24 cruise. Oh, that's awesome. The one in January? Yeah, we definitely can't do next year. Like, I'm telling y'all, it was a lot this year, so we need like a year to recover from everything and just a lot going on. So yeah, next year, like we were talking earlier, I'll just put this out here for y'all that your 20-something people left get to hear this. So we're thinking we are not going to go buy tickets to KetoCon or Hack Your Health. We're not going to go to the actual event. But we are highly thinking, and again, finances work with us. We are highly thinking of going to Austin that same weekend, staying at like a Candlewood Suites, because again, our dogs can go, and Airbnb has made so many changes, and they're so expensive. Like, it's cheaper to stay at a hotel, and most of the Airbnb says no parties allowed. Well, guess what? IHG properties don't give a shit. And they're like, you know what? If you want, because like I like Candlewood because it has a small kitchen. And I'm thinking for KetoCon, we will go there that weekend just to meet up with people, but we're staying at Candlewood, and then that way for the Friday night feast we could be like, hey, if you want to show up, here's our address, here's our room number, come show up. And then like Saturday we were thinking maybe we would even put together like a meetup at that barbecue place, Lisa, the guy with the lamb. Is it cold enough? Yeah, you want to try it?
You want to do it now on camera, or you just wait to do it tomorrow?
It's up to you.
And what flavor was this?
Jason's here anymore. It's the pineapple paradise.
All right.
He's not here anymore, so do you want to try it now or try it tomorrow?
Well, he won't be there tomorrow either.
Oh, that's true. Well, I thought you would do it on camera.
Well, yeah. Oh, do it on my MS Journey?
Yeah.
All right, we do that. But then I want to drink it for breakfast. All right, we'll do it that way. But I want to right now. No, I don't. Indecisive.
But yeah, so that's what we're thinking of doing. I know, I'll speed it up. That's what we're thinking of doing for KetoCon is we'll be there. We're not going to go to the event because I ain't going to pay for that stupid parking.
Yes, that is so
not
silly.
going to pay for an event that I don't like.
They're not going to hack my health.
Right. It's just silliness. Like last year was so disappointing. Yes. I don't see that next year's will be any better. So we're not going to do all of that. But what we would do is,
I'm really mad about the emails.
Right. So what we would do is just go and be there to meet up, because that was what we enjoyed the most was after the end of the day, like we all several of us went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Because I think there was only like 2, maybe 3 speakers we even wanted to see anyways.
Right.
So we really wanted to see all y'all.
Right. And Saturday we got to hang out with people. So I was like, that's what I'd rather do is just show up there And then like on Saturday, do a big meetup at that one barbecue place, not the one by there, nothing against them.
Yeah.
But I want to try that barbecue place that has the lamb and everything and just host a meetup. And then those who want to break away from the keto event, well, they come over there and have some excellent barbecue with us.
Maybe, I don't know if you can do it right now. Put the link to that place.
Oh, I don't have it right now.
All right,
you want me to hurry up?
Yeah, no.
Okay, Renee said magnesium does help with relaxing.
Right.
Okay. And then Rhonda said, hey, yes, Ella I think she meant Shelly, Fort Lauderdale. That'll be awesome. Haley says she's due in March. Oh, that's good. But they'll be delivering the baby in February because I've already had so many complications.
Oh, wow.
I pray they don't try to deliver sooner. I'll have to see what happens. Well, hopefully you'll make it through. Lisa said, smart. I waste a lot of fresh herbs after using them once.
Right.
And the other thing I've done with fresh herbs is get an ice cube tray.
Yes.
And I put all the fresh herbs and then I pour olive oil or avocado oil over them in each of the cubes and put them in the freezer. And then whenever I'm making a dish, I can just pop those out and throw it in the dish. And then you've got the fresh herbs and the olive oil. It's like perfect.
Yes.
Brenda said, my night leg spasms are better. I take magnesium every night, but once a week they wake me up. Oh.
I mean, technically, when I take that magnesium, I'm supposed to break it up and take it twice daily. But I end up messing up and forgetting, so I just take all of them first thing in the morning. I usually take it right when I'm eating breakfast.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working.
Rhonda said, is anyone tonight going on the 2KK cruise? I need to add the app for Mighty Networks, but my phone needs to be cleaned. I can't handle another app.
Right.
Hate Android, but not changing number for an iPhone. Right, I wouldn't either.
Nope. Do not join the evil empire.
Yeah, we're not going on that cruise either.
Plus, didn't it sell out of Florida too?
Yeah.
That's another fee.
Renee said a lot of people put fresh herbs into ice cube trays.
I don't know where she learned that.
Brenda said, I watch Ben and David too. They are so funny.
Yes, that's
love
really
them.
what I want to do. Also, y'all, I want to do a cruise with them. I think that'd be fun.
I know. I love them. Like, they are just so cute. And
I like their second channel too.
Yeah, but they are just so funny.
Yes.
I just love it. Shauna said, my very first cruise was Princess West Coast Superstorm, docked for 2 days, San Diego, no excursions, floated circles.
Yeah.
And then came home. I know, not a very good experience, but unfortunately, sometimes that happens.
At least you were still in Princess, though.
Right? Shauna said, I love watching Ben and David. They're so cute. Melissa said, we went on Princess to Alaska years ago and loved it.
Yes.
Went to the Caribbean in May this year, and it wasn't as good as it was before.
Aww.
Well, I have to say, this again, just my opinion. Caribbean cruises and Alaska cruises are so totally different.
Yeah, like night and day different.
Yeah, so to me, Princess of the Caribbean, it's okay. The thing is, they know most people want to do that, so it's not as big on the Princess standards.
Yeah.
But Princess, I think, really shines in Alaska, and I think they do really well on the Panama Canal.
Yes, that one was awesome.
Right.
We were fortunate enough to do the Panama Canal with them twice.
Yeah. So they do really well with those. Like, I feel like Princess excels in bucket list cruises.
Yes.
So like your Panama Canal, your World Cruise, your Antarctica cruise, your Alaska cruise.
That's what we need too.
Yeah. They really excel at those even longer cruises. So if you're able to do a 15 or 20 day cruise or even longer, I love Princess for that. Again, this is old, so I know there's a lot of changes. Like you said, you went in May. But yeah, they're really good with Alaska. Now, as far as their offerings, I don't know. We'll see. Renee said, never been on a cruise, but when I do, there's an if there. I don't want to feel like I need to do certain events, hang with certain people, be judged by people. Well, and that's the thing. Yeah, you don't.
Honestly, with the low carb cruise, there isn't any of that, really.
Yeah, you're
really
not. Nobody's judging. That's kind of like their rule.
Their whole shtick.
Yeah, you don't judge other people. And you're not forced to go to any events. Like you saw Rhonda here and several other people, they were like, I didn't go to hardly any of the events.
And that's not honestly, it's not the low carb cruise we're against. It's the fact that we can only fit in one cruise a year. We want to do different itineraries and different
cruise line.
Different cruise line too.
It's mainly that. I think if the low carb cruise was to go on a different cruise line, I might be apt to try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but again, that is very privileged.
That's just us being snobby.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Royal. It's just, I've tried it 3 times, so I feel like I gave it the good
college effort or whatever.
Yeah, right. The good college try. It's just, I don't care for that cruise line.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nothing against the folks who run the low carb cruise.
That's why I said, if you've never gone on a cruise, or if you've only done the low carb cruise, you will love it. You will have a great time.
We did have a good time on it, but just there's other things that could be better.
Yeah, we're just not a fan of the cruise line itself.
We're just being picky.
Right. And so it's just kind of like, if I'm going to spend thousands of dollars, I want
more.
All of it. I want a good cruise line that I enjoy and I like what comes with it.
And it's all the little things about it.
Right. Rhonda said, I've never done Princess. Someone told me that is one for more settled people. I love Carnival because their entertainment is more my speed. And that's how I feel too.
Yeah.
And that's why I said every cruise line has their own like shtick.
Clientele.
Yeah, Carnival, I've always loved their entertainment.
Yeah, that one.
Well, that was different. But I'm saying their actual shows are good.
Oh, yeah.
Princess shows, I don't settled. I mean, Princess is geared towards more of an older clientele.
Yeah.
Like I would say, like our age and older.
Yeah.
So a lot of their shows are kind of like a lot of the music is older music.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I enjoy. I like 50s, 60s, and odd up music. So it doesn't bother me. I've heard some people say that, hey, get modern, play 80s and 90s at least. But I like that. But yeah, I like the Princess shows. Again, it's just that elegant, that up a little bit more as far as what they offer, what they do. And what I like about Princess is it is more educational. Like when we did the Panama Canal, when we did Alaska, it had a lot of educational series. And y'all know I love to learn. So to be on there and learn like the whole history of Panama Canal and to learn about these different things, to go and do these great classes that are included.
That's where you have to learn to play the ukulele.
Right. Playing the ukulele, playing the guitar. Like they really focused, and I say used to, it's been 4 years, but they're really focused on educating people and learning things. So it's more of just a kind of like a college type of experience. Whereas I feel like Carnival and Royal is kind of like high school. Like, nobody wants to learn, right? We just want to have fun and drink and party and drink and drink and drink because, they really push the alcohol.
Because that's their moneymaker.
Right. But it's like, that's just not my thing. We're kind of like, I guess we're kind of like buddy-duddies because
we're the boomers.
Yeah. I'm not into going out dancing late at night. I'm not into the karaoke.
Right.
Like a lot of that stuff I'm just not into. But, hey, on Princess, go on to these educational talks. Like, I enjoy that.
We really, really like the destination cruises.
Yeah.
Not just being on a cruise for the fact of being on a cruise.
Right. Which Please said, Heath is checking it out. And Renee said, I can see that, Jay. I just don't see myself spending money to go on a keto cruise.
Well, it's not a keto cruise. That's the thing.
Yeah, it really is a misnomer. But yeah, I get it. Like, why spend the money to go to a conference, right? On a cruise ship. And that's my other thing is, because I've always cruised off season.
Yes.
Because again, I'm cheap and we can cruise whenever.
Yeah.
But the low carb cruise is always during peak season.
Yeah.
So that's my other thing is, and it's always so crowded. So y'all
it's not just the ship either. That's the problem with that. It's also when you get to shore.
Yeah.
All of the
ports.
The ports. That's what I'm saying. Because a lot of times you run into it where there's multiple ships there at one time, and they overcrowd that area, and it makes it a little difficult to enjoy as well.
Right.
But again, that's just me being picky. I mean, that's basically, like I'm saying, it's first world problem stuff.
Right. And I get why they do it. The low carb cruise, they're great organizers, and they understand a lot of people want to go with their families. So the best time of it is going to be June of each year, because that's when most people could go on a cruise.
Right. It makes sense. I have no begrudging to them. It just doesn't fit into my agenda.
It's just not my style. Like, again, the only time I've gone in May and June on a cruise is with the low carb cruise. We have always cruised off season, like January, late October, like weird dates, because I will look and say, okay, what is the cheapest cruise rate over the next 6 months for this itinerary? That's when I'm going.
Right.
And so, but it's different when you do the low carb, you're kind of stuck to their date and everything else. That's why when people were saying, oh, wow, this is such a great deal, I have never spent $2,000 on a window cabin for the Caribbean before low carb cruise. And that's why when people are like, oh, it's such a great discount, I'm like, okay, sorry, I mostly cruise the Caribbean.
Using that word.
I know. I'm
mean
just
what
like,
you think it means.
Maybe that is if you're comparing to the same date. But see, my thing is, we would go in January on the Caribbean, or even early February on the Caribbean, and it would be less than $1,000 for both of us for a window cabin. So then we would upgrade to a balcony,
right?
And at the most we would spend is $1,500.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, oh, it's just so much more.
What could have been?
Huh?
You were thinking of what could have been.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh.
It kind of hurts, honestly, because we know what we've done before.
Yeah, and it's like, I've done
very privileged, I know.
Yeah, because it was like, I've done this same itinerary like a dozen times, literally.
Oh, I know.
And I've never spent that much money.
Right.
And Shauna said, it was horrible, right? Ronnie said, I don't think I'm a princess person. I would like to try Norwegian. Also, what can I say? I like big ships and I cannot lie. I get that. That's what you have to decide what is best for you.
That makes sense.
Some people love the mega ships.
I feel like that's like if you're a Coke or Pepsi fan, or you're a Chevy or Ford. I mean, it's the same thing. Everybody has a preference over everything. Right. That makes sense. That's just who we are. That's why there's so many different companies out there.
Right. And then Norwegian, I have never tried Norwegian. My mother tried it a couple times. That's a huge, long story, which we won't get into because I know Heath needs to get to bed. But I personally wouldn't try Norwegian. Again,
there's no desire.
The style that they run their ships, the design of their ships and everything, it's not appealing to me as a cruiser. So that's why I don't try Norwegian. But I know some people freaking love Norwegian. And that's great.
What is the other line you said you've gone on?
I don't know.
Jeez.
El Strange said, good night, all.
Good night.
Max and I need to watch a scary movie.
Oh,
Happy
nice.
Friday the 13th.
Right.
Have a good night, Lisa and Max. Talking back and forth.
I still got to put stuff on the street too, so I'm fixing to head out.
Shauna said, well, I'm trying to get kind of.
I know.
I've been on one Stormy Princess cruise and 2 low carb. I'd love to try a different kind of cruise with friends. See, that's what I'm talking about. Try a different line, or just, or just a go with friends as a group would be even better. Renee said, I just want to go on a vacay to relax and chill without drama. Well, yeah, and you can do that on a cruise. I mean, all of the cruises that we have gone on, we have really enjoyed. Like, we have just done a last minute cruise because it was a really good deal. And we just went on there because we were like, hey, we just want a week to relax. Like on one of our Carnival cruises, we rarely left our cabin.
Yeah.
And just like I think we only left to go eat in the main dining room or another restaurant. But otherwise, we just relaxed in our cabin or in the hot tub. We did what we wanted when we wanted, got up when we wanted. Like, yeah, that's what I do.
No
and that's
real
what
itinerary.
Right.
It was just chill.
Yeah. And that's what I told Heath is,
again, we miss that, honestly.
Nothing against the low carb cruise. I think that's great. If you want a keto event, that's an awesome way of doing a keto event. You got 7 days with the speakers and everything. Great. But I told him after 2 years in a row of doing it, I want a Heath and Shelly cruise. Like, that's what I miss. Is when we went on cruises before, it was just Heath and I. Well, there was some with my family, which I know, drama. But many cruises were just Heath and I, and that's what we do. Like, when we go on cruises, we're pretty relaxed. On sea days, I look the night before and decide what I want to do. And if I don't do it, it's not a big deal. And if I want to sleep in, great. He wants to get up early, he can. And then we just decide what we want to do in ports. A lot of the ports, we just, get up when we want, go do what we want, and come back. Like, it's really is a very chill trip to do a cruise. I like it. But again, I've done so many, right?
Yeah.
So I must like it. But yeah, I like it because to me, it is very relaxing. To me, I've talked too much. To me, what I like about a cruise, and most of the time, sorry, y'all. Most of the time we do get like balconies because I love sitting out there in my private balcony and hearing the ocean, hearing the water and the air and everything, and just kind of soaking that up on my balcony, nobody else to talk to or do anything, and just enjoying that. I love the feel. That's why I also like the smaller cruise ships. These big mega ships, like, you forget you're out on the ocean. The older ships that are like 2,000 to 3,000 people, you're on the ocean. And I love that because I love the feel of the ocean. I love how it rocks you. Like, you're in the bed and it feels like you're in a hammock and you're just rocking back and forth. And it's very relaxing. It's very zen for me. Like, that's where I go when I want to get away from everything and just be there. And that's why I enjoy it. And that's why I told Heath I really want to do a Heath and Shelly cruise where we can just do what we want, no schedule, go on a cruise that we really want to go and see and do things for. Because it's like
we used to do.
Right, like we used to do.
The whole reason why we started cruising.
Let's see, everybody talking back and forth. She said that was 2019. Oh, nice. And Renee said, Greece has to be my all-time favorite place, I bet. However, many of the tours require walking on some slick and steep, rocky terrain.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that. That's why it's also...
It's old world.
Huh?
It's old world.
Yeah, it's old world. And that's why, hey, we're taking steps now.
Yes.
Like Heath doing his DDPY, us becoming... a little more active, slowly but surely.
That's when we were in New York. We were able to walk all of Central Park.
Right.
Before, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right. So I know we'll do better, but yeah, I was watching somebody recently, and she went to, I think it was Greece. I'm trying to think where it was. But anyways, and she was showing, and, they're young and fit, and they were like, oh, we ended up over here and we decided I think it was Mount Olympus. They were like, and we decided we wanted to go here, which it didn't look that far. And then when they got to walking, she was like, oh my gosh, this is so. And she goes, I know we kind of got off the beaten path. And she's like, oh my gosh, this was a lot of work. Like a lot of climbing up and down and in this terrain and everything. She's like, that was a lot and it was hot. And I was like, yeah, we would be doing something a little different.
Right.
But yeah, I really want to go. I want to see all of that. So I said, okay, time for an airline CC to book some miles, right? Melissa K said, I really want to do a Mediterranean cruise. It's definitely one of our goals.
Yes.
And then Renee said, we stayed in a city just outside of Athena and really cut hotel costs, or Athens. Okay, that's what I thought. See, and those are things you could do. That I want to go to Athens. Oh, Shauna said, yes, this year I'm going up to Washington State to visit family and Wyoming to visit my BFF. And see, and sometimes we just need a break to do our normal stuff. Nothing against, keto and low carb events. It's just sometimes I feel like over the last 3 years, that's all we've done.
It's almost like overload.
Yeah, it's all we've done are keto events, and we haven't had an actual vacation. I mean, those are great, but I don't feel like it was a vacation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I feel like we've missed out on doing those, and that's what I want. And I think that's great for you, Shauna, because you're like, you know what? Prior to all these keto events, I used to go and visit here. I used to visit my friend here. I still have those friends. Like, I still need to make time for them. And that's how I kind of feel like it is. Like, we still have each other. We need to, go and have Heath and Shelly time. And we haven't got to do that in a long time. Rhonda said, I may see you there if you go to Austin. Well, yay. That'd be awesome. Shauna said, when I got back from KPL, I had no less than 7 offers because I've been paying off bills and credit cards.
Wow.
Laugh out loud, right? And Shauna said, I'm hoping out to visit Texas for after Renee gets her new place. Aw. Well, we'll have to all line that up. Melissa said, we have Delta. Not sure why that airline specifically, as my fiance got it when he was planning my birthday trip, but I'm definitely not going back to Spirit. Oh, I don't blame you there. I don't want to go to Spirit either. Renee said, what is the barbecue place with lamb? Mickleway, Southside? No, it was, what was it, G? I thought it was
KJs or something like KGs.
KGs? It might have been KGs.
Lisa, if you're still in here,
she left to watch a movie.
Oh, that's right.
But we sent you the link before about it. Remember, it was the guy that I thought he was from Egypt.
Yeah.
And came up with his Egypt / Texas style barbecue.
Texas barbecue. Yeah.
But I think it was KG's.
No, I think it's KG's.
Rhonda said, I'd love to meet you too. You know, I'm in Louisiana. Maybe coming to Houston next month for a bridal fitting with my daughter.
Come on.
Well, I hope you hook us up.
Yeah.
Or, look us up. Send me a message. Renee said, actually, my mom used to do the herbs and ice cube trays. Oh, you're saying you didn't learn it from us? Renee said, ha, ha, ha. No judgment on the low-carb cruise. It said, sorry, my life, workouts, and way of eating is my own, and I'll just leave it at that. Rhonda said, I'm a fan of Royal as long as I keep getting comps. When that stops, I'll move in. Or move on, right? Oh, that makes sense. Renee said that kombucha isn't drinking itself. Radical Geek said, no free time in June for me. Yeah. It's like not always the best time. I think, again, if you have a family and you traditionally do summer vacation, that probably works out great. But the way we've always done our life is it's always been off season. Just better for us. And Sean said, plus this getting up so freaking early for speakers, I couldn't get enough coffee in. Right? That's the thing too. Like, that's why, again, I feel like
organized fun.
We have not had an actual vacation in 4 years.
Right.
The last time we had a real vacation
is when you got sick.
No, when we did the Princess Cruise.
Oh, that's right.
Right. In 2019, we did that last Princess Transatlantic Cruise. That was the last vacation we had. We have not really had a vacation since then. Now, I've enjoyed all of the keto events we've gone to. I absolutely love them. I love meeting everybody. Like, that's the highlight. But honestly, it does not feel like a vacation. Like, it's not to me, a vacation is where you get to recharge and relax and, rewind and just kind of let go. And, at keto events, you are busy. Like Shauna said, you got to get up early to hear that speaker at 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning. You got things planned all day long. And then you're hanging out and you're up late with everybody because you're having so much fun. Yeah, not a vacation. So I really want a vacation, y'all. Shauna said, I did figure out room service free coffee this last year, right? Oh, Rhonda doesn't like the coffee, the rocking. And that's what I love. Rhonda said, look at poor Heath, so tired. I know, we're almost caught up, babe. Haley said, I have to go. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Now you're showing off.
Thanks for coming in, Haley. Yes. Renee said, the Trek-a-Long Marathon Greece tour was crazy, and even I almost lost footing. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that would be, and that is something, yeah, there, you found it, KG Barbecue. That is something, I'm used to. Anytime I've done any excursion, I've done really well at finding, mobility excursions, because we used to travel a lot with my parents who had mobility issues, and when you're looking for that, you would be surprised how many good excursions you can find, even in places like Marathon and stuff, that are suited to disabled people. Like, there are ways. You might not get to go into the cave or whatever that you might want to get to go to, but there's still a lot to do, because a lot of these places, especially if it is tourist driven, they understand there's actually pretty significant tourists that are disabled, especially in the cruise industry. The cruise industry, generally speaking, is an older industry or older clientele with a lot of disability, walkers, oxygen, wheelchairs. And so a lot of these high touristy areas, they do make disability type of excursions. You just have to know bread and butter. Yeah, you just have to know how to look for them and then how to book them. And again, you might not get to do all of the little stuff, but there are usually good options for disabled people. Renee said they even have lamb bacon ribs and sumac and cinnamon rub lamb shoulder. I know, that's why I want to go there.
Well, how are you trying to sell it to me? I'm already wanting to go.
Melissa said, my parents would take us on vacation off season when I was younger. Missing school was worth it for a family experience. Yes. That is awesome. See, it's just the savings alone.
Right.
It is worth it. And really, what did you miss in a whole week's worth of school? Shauna said, that's why I end up going to one of those events a few days early to have a vacation before the event with friends at their home stomping grounds, right? Uh-huh. And Rhonda said, I always need a vacation from my vacation. Yes.
That's true.
Shauna said, this week I've suffered travel lag, plus Sharon, Sara, and I were up late every night, right? And Renee said, oh, yeah, there are lots of places to still see in Greece. Day, cruise, and tours. So many island tours and dinner cruises for island hopping.
Oh, that's true.
That's why I want to go. And Shauna said, plus I got to see Columbus for the first time. Another one to check off the list, right? Okay. We are good. We're caught up now, babe.
Now I can go do my chores.
Now you can do your choice.
My choice.
Your choice. And we get ready for bed.
I'm already ready.
Oh, practically there. But thank you all again for a wonderful
thank you.
live. Y'all
and then, as usual, we'll see most of y'all on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday on Maitreya's Coffee Talk. But
it's
thank
radical.
Y'all. Yeah, Radical Geeks Coffee Talk. But thank y'all so much.
Yes,
this was so much fun tonight. I'm glad the crepes were a success.
They were amazing, y'all.
Y'all
the best
are
one
awesome.
You've done. Thank you. Good job. Now I want them again tomorrow.
Y'all are awesome. I love all of y'all. Thank you for staying and chatting with us. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. We'll see you again next week.